Axel! Vincent!
You all wake fresh and ready for a day of travel towards the town of Valaki, potential safe haven away from Castle Ravenloft and the one that they call Strahd. For it is Strahd who haunts Irina, and not just in her dreams but also in her waking moments. Strahd has been sending his minions to assault her, her father, and her brother's home that you now stand in. He has even twice bitten her. And it's because of all this that Irina's brother Ismark brought you to their home where you found their father dead, his heart having given out after all of the recent turmoil. And before setting out, however, you relayed the former burgomaster of the village of Barovia to rest in the kirk on the northern side of town. At the kirk you met Father Donovich, a portly and devout man whose vigil has kept the chapel of the kirk holy. A monster beneath the kirk, however, a man formerly of the name Doru, who has become a vampire, escaped his chains, and the Count of Barovia himself once again felt he had you trapped. Battle ensued, with all of you scraping a victory, keeping Father Donovich safe and ensuring that the former burgomaster of Barovia was laid to rest. Taste of potatoes still lingering in your mouth from the previous night's meal, you smell something frying in the kitchen. You find yourselves in the dining room, mouths watering from the scent. Is there anything you would like to do before heading out on your journey towards the town of Valaki, which will head past the Tesser Pool camp of Madame Eva, as well as Castle Ravenloft itself?
So
Definitely
I
want
have
to
a
eat some of this.
I got a little housekeeping question.
Sure.
What do you got?
Money here. Is it still? Do we still
Money.
work in gold? Or I don't know, a new currency because we're in some weird, strange place.
Yeah. Your coins are accepted here. As a matter of fact, Ismark pulls out his bag of gold and he's able to show you that they have a smattering of gold coins, though the most commonly used would be of Count Strahd and his visage within this land. Let me see if I have a picture of that, but
That's
the
awesome. He
coins
puts
are all
himself
like,
on the money.
oh yeah, it's all
Great.
like roughly the same.
So were you asking, are we poor while we're here?
Kinda. If
Or,
at least the
or
money
can
we
we use
brought was
our
any
gold?
good,
Yeah.
because Riku would like to get some medium armor at some point.
How much gold you got?
In my pockets, I have 62.
I have 31 gold.
55. All right, we're all over the place. Good.
We've got 50 group gold, and yeah, so that's at least that's what I'm holding on to.
Okay.
And it's
And I
like
have
400. I mean, you're looking for armor that's like 400 gold. So
me?
yeah, medium armor. Like, what were you looking at?
Well, the good stuff is 400. The shit I could get away with is only 50, I think.
Or you just wait until we come across a vagabond,
Yeah.
brigand, outlaw.
Someone who's like already wearing the armor.
Yeah, we can just murder him.
Yeah, I'll keep my eye out for someone.
It's funny
I
because
have a turtle shell.
Ismark here jumps in and he says, "The road
I'm
to
wearing some.
Valaki will be dangerous. You do best be aware of your surroundings."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riku kind of like, grabs his clothes. He's like, I feel exposed, lads. He's like, I care not to get stabbed in this journey, but if you don't wish to stop, so be it.
No, we can stop.
Where do you want to stop, Riku?
Riku kind of like cleans his fingernails, like breathes on them, cleans them again, looks at him. He's like, I don't know, shop around here.
Well, I guess then we'd ask Ismark where he thinks there might be a shop we could go, and maybe
Yeah.
do stuff.
Let me check something. He is more than willing to point you towards one of the only places to buy things in town, which would be Bildrith's Mercantile. And via the location of it, it's actually almost effectively across the town center within, or the village center in Barovia, sort of from the tavern, which would be the Blood on the Vine Tavern where you originally met Ismark. He says, however, that Bildrith in particular is quite a difficult individual to bargain with, and that his slogan is that if you want it badly enough, you will pay for it.
Riku laughs. He's like, I've met quite a few hard people to barter with, but they seem to break for me. He smiles.
Ismark looks at you and says, if you can get a deal out of the man, he'll be a legend in the village here of Barovia just for that.
Riku smiles and says, I can sell Fire in the Nine Hells. I'll be able to work with this one.
Then I might come with you, at least to see you off to the edge of town. And he kind of gives Irina a glance at this as well.
So I think part of Riku's whole deal of coping with all this is going to act like everything's fine, nothing's even wrong. So,
Okay.
see how this works.
Would you guys like to head simply over to the Mercantile, Bildrith's Mercantile?
Sure.
Yeah, at least want to
Yeah,
see
I'll
what their
come
inventory's like.
Okay. I am just gonna switch it to.
Plus, we could maybe use a potion if I don't buy armor anyway. You know.
Yeah, you should see if you can rent the armor and then not pay him.
So
I might get a-
Bildrith's Mercantile would be this location here. I'm just gonna place you all outside of it, except for Riku, who will dump inside. And I will place Irina and Ismark with you as well. As you enter, there is a small little bell, and it's not like a normal bell. It's like a it's like one of those bells that you would maybe find like on a dog's collar or something, like entirely contained with just like a piece of metal jangling around on the inside. That rings as you like open the door and enter. Sort of seedy looking man, pockmarked face, hooked nose, long, stringy, sort of greasy hair. Watto the junk dealer, effectively, and yet Barovian. Steps forward. Yes, Bildrith at your service.
Ah, yes, my good man. How fare thee?
Fair. Fair as can be. What can I do
Excellent.
for you?
Just came by to see what you're working with here for merchandise. Anything good in particular? Riku smiles.
And as you look around the dimly lit shop, there's only like 2 candles in different areas. You can see a smattering of adventuring gear, anything that you might expect to find on the adventuring gear table, in particular in the player's handbook. But only, I would say, lower priced items in particular. You do not see swords, you do not see bows or weapons, and you do not see armor.
Ah.
How
Riku
about
looks around,
arrows?
disappointed,
Reload arrows.
and it's like, well, how about any sort of anything could maybe heal with? He leans in.
Anything to heal with?
Yes, unless in case I'd like to replenish myself after battle, you see. Anything like that sort of nature.
It's not exactly the type that we get in here normally. Let me look around. And he sort of like shuffles off into the back room for a moment. So you are alone if you would like.
No, Riku's not a thief.
Okay.
Not yet.
He comes back, and he goes, I think I found this. And it looks to be a first aid kit, effectively a healing kit. if that is something that you would like to purchase.
Healing kit. I mean, can we actually use these?
Yeah, I
What
think.
is a healing kit?
Do we need to be proficient in anything?
I
That's
think
what
so.
Question.
That's what I'm assuming. So I don't think we could even really use it.
Probably some kind of medicine check or something.
Like an herbalism kit, basically.
Yeah. Healing kit. Yeah, it just says herbalism kit is the first thing came up.
Yeah. That's all he has.
Eh,
And he offers it to you for 10 gold, which make an insight check.
17.
You know to be far beyond the cost of the items on the inside, probably double.
Riku just kind of looks it over. It's like, well, what about this? And if there's like a grappling hook or something, you grab that.
After looking around for a moment, you are able to proffer a grappling hook, and he says, whatever the price is in the player's handbook times 2, he provides you with that price.
Yeah, let's see here. See what the price is. Search hook. See what comes up. Oh, lots of things. All right, let's search grab. Grappling.
Well, I've already,
For
I've already got a grappling hook.
Oh,
Yeah.
you do?
I do.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, because we could buy before the campaign started. We could buy stuff with our gold. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you already got it, then never mind. Let's say I'm not interested in anything and be on my way.
Okay. And as you all exit, you once more hear the squeaking wheels of a cart through the mud and along the broken cobblestones of the village of Barovia somewhere to the east.
Creepy moon mushroom tea lady.
Riku, you step back outside to the chit chat of your friends awaiting you. Irina and
Hey, did you
Ismark.
get a good deal?
Riku shrugs. He's like, this shop sucks. Thumbs over shoulder. He's like, let's go.
Ismark gives quite a laugh at that.
can we see the old lady?
Not until you step around.
Okay.
Uh,
Because I know Uriel already bought one of her like hot pockets, right?
he did.
Yeah. So
Saving it for a special occasion.
yeah, if we like did see her and heard her try, like, I forget what she was selling, but would probably ask Ismark like what's up with her, like what's the deal? She a ghost?
Ismark says, one of the many problems I hope to remove from the village of Barovia. My understanding is that she gives folk these pastries, and it just makes them useless for days. People are willing to pay quite a bit for it too, is my understanding, up to a gold piece. Most folk around here don't have that. And as he actually finishes this, you hear a woman's voice. No, please, no. We'll get you gold next time, please. And it's from around the corner in this direction from where you'd heard the cart.
So she's
Riku's
some
like,
kinda...
Riku says to Ismark, how quickly would you like that changed?
If you have the time now. I mean, she's an old woman, but maybe scaring her out of town wouldn't be a bad thing. I know that she lives beyond the boundaries of the village, somewhere out to the west.
Are you saying
Riku,
we should
put-
murder her and burn her house down?
Oh,
I got a lot
no.
of gold.
Riku puts his hand on Axel's shoulder and is like, this one's pretty scary. Why doesn't he have a war with her?
Be my guest.
Okay, sure. Hey, I'd feel more comfortable doing this. Maybe fucking what's Vincent. Vincent, why don't you like post up on the roof here and maybe like shoot this lady if she gets out of line. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go talk to her.
Riku grabs your shoulder before you leave. He's like, "Hold on, mate. Before
What?
you leave, how about a little inspiration?"
I feel like you should hold on to those in case we're in an actual situation.
I mean, you're about to roll, you know.
All right, hey, it's your inspiration. I'll let you give it to me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fight it, but
I think you have it for 10 minutes, so on 1d6.
all
Oh.
right. And if I don't use it, you get to keep it, right? Or do I keep it? How does that
You
work?
have it for 10 minutes. The option to use it.
All right,
then it
but if
can
I
be
don't
made
use it in 10 minutes, do
forever.
you get the slot back or?
No. It's
All
fine.
right.
Don't worry.
Okay, sure. All right, I'm gonna go chat with her.
You are inspired.
Yeah.
Vincent, can I just get an athletics check from you if you're going to climb up on top of the roof?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I need someone watching my back.
How about acrobatics?
Um,
I mean, Uriel could just give you give you a
Just
boost.
saying, I'm a dexterity guy, so I'm just asking. No biggie.
I think
You
I'm
need
gonna go with
opsies?
athletics on this one.
All right, you got it. Incoming. 15.
Oh, easy.
Oh, that is good enough
Yeah.
to be able to hoist yourself up onto the roof.
Okay.
Ismark will stand here in the street. Irina will stand here with him, speaking. Where would you like to be on the roof, and would you like to try to be hidden or
Yes.
just sort of there? Are you
Yeah, like
prone
on the
or crouching?
yeah on the back side of the pitched roof.
Riku
just kinda,
sees
peeking
Vincent
over
hop
top.
up, and then taps Uriel and says, "I don't know if I should let him go alone."
I think he's got this. He's a capable turtle.
He's like, "Okay, let me rephrase it. I want to watch too." He's like, "You mind giving me 10 fingers?"
Vincent, if you are hidden, go ahead and give me a stealth check. Uriel or Riku, you may with advantage use athletics to hop up on top of the roof because Uriel is helping you.
Okay. Athletics, you said?
Yeah.
14.
Good enough. You are able to make it up on top of the roof as well. Vincent, you think you're probably pretty well hidden based on where you are. You are able to see sort of just over the edge of the roof, but you think that you're probably keeping out of sight based on where Axel is. And you're actually using his silhouette a little bit as a visual cover between you and probably this old lady. Axel.
Yeah.
You can see in the street behind you Ismark and Irina. As you head towards this old woman, you see this lady pleading with her in her doorway, and the old woman snatch at something to the side and behind her. And as she does so, you see her arms, stronger than expected, grab onto a small child and put a sack over his head and begin to force it entirely over him, and then lift him up into the sack. And the woman says, "No, no, please, no." And the old woman pushes her into the doorway and slams the door. She then begins to load the child onto her cart, which is where she looks up and sees you approaching.
Yeah. Well, upon seeing this,
Oh my.
Axel will say, what the hell's going on here?"
Nothing at all. Oh, and she begins to try to move her cart away from you.
I will
swiftly.
I will stop that cart from moving
Okay, what are you doing to do that?
using my
Can I-
arms.
Can I message Axel? Did I see that too?
Did who else saw that? Who was watching? Perception
Anyone
check?
who was actively
I'd
watching,
be like,
you
watch
could
Oh,
it
see
I
from
it.
was-
a distance.
Yeah, Riku would message
Uh,
Axel, "What the fuck just happened?"
All right,
Oh,
then
my owlbear just gave up.
Vincent, mine's fine. Reload it.
Oh man.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw my bow then, but still stay hidden. But gotta draw my bow if I saw
Gotcha.
that, which I
Gotcha.
would be watching.
Uriel, you begin walking towards the commotion. Ismark and Irina actually step forward as well. What in the world? The old woman looks around at you lot and she says, I guess we could let the child go. Would you like a pastry as well, dear?
Okay. So I need you to give that kid back, and I need all the gold you got on you.
Make an intimidation check.
We're rolling that 20.
Oh,
Oh
yeah, you
shit!
didn't need my.
Okay.
God damn it! I wasted my bardic inspiration.
Okay. And as you say this, she goes, yes, we'll and she like takes the sack, or opens up the sack and like begins to like dump the kid basically onto the cart haphazardly among some pastries. You do hear a jingle of coin, and she says, it's in the cart as well, dears. Take it.
Is she reaching?
No, she's like standing back away from the cart, letting you take it if you'd like.
Hmm.
Seems like a trick.
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay. So it's in. So the gold is in the cart,
Yes.
where all these like heroin-filled pastries are.
Mhm.
I will.
Uriel's gonna see Axel's reluctance.
I
and he's
will
gonna come over and hand him a
take-
10-foot pole.
No, I'm gonna take my great axe and smash her cart.
Oh.
Okay, so
What if
as
there
the
were other
kid,
children there?
Wait,
so
the
as
cart.
the
The,
kid
wait, the
scrambles
kid's
out of it.
Yeah, the kid's out. I assume.
Yeah. He scrambles out of it and begins to run over the door. He's like, "Mom, let me back in, let me back in." And he like runs back into the front door here, and you can see the old woman, Axel and Uriel. As Uriel, you can do this as you approach. Go ahead and both of you give me an insight check.
Ooh.
Uriel, you're still too far away as you approach to be able to understand this. Axel, you see regret and anger cross her face as this kid goes back into his house.
Wait, on the old woman.
Yeah, on her face.
All right. It was the. Do I see the money?
And as you see that there is like a bag of coins amidst the pastries, and so you would like to smash the cart.
Yeah, we don't want to touch any of the pastry stuff, so we're gonna just smash the cart open, and
Make an attack roll then.
Definitely not get the pastry goo. All
Yeah.
over the gold.
Ooh, we rolled a we rolled a 1.
You can.
Wait, I got the inspiration. I
well,
think we'll do it. Wait, what do you mean?
It's D6 is what it adds, but
Oh, so I just would roll a d6 and add that.
yes.
All right. Well, last time I used your inspiration, I just re-rolled a 20.
Well, I gave you a bardic inspiration.
Oh,
Difference between bardic inspiration and like general inspiration.
okay. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just go with. I rolled up. Yeah.
Do we all have our inspiration for the session? Was that the rule we were playing by?
Yes. Yeah. You all have
Oh,
one inspiration for this session as well.
so there's that too.
And that's the
And-
re-rolling a d20 basically.
And that's just a reroll of a roll.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if something epic happens, I might always like give you an extra one.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah, and we'll take them.
Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna say like you're able to hit the cart, but you don't hit it very well. And you sort of just lodge your axe into it, and it's still intimidating, but you don't smash the cart. You just like
Okay.
sort of stick your axe into it, and it gets a little stuck. But it does like pop the gold up and out of the pastries a little bit, just through the the force of hitting your axe into the cart. It's very clear where the bag of pastries are, if you would like to grab them.
It's
Bag of
obvious where
gold.
the bag of gold is.
Yes, yeah, sorry.
Okay. I will very gently and cautiously grab the bag of gold.
You don't have an issue sort of like getting around the pastries and getting the gold. It doesn't have any pastry goo on it. You're able to take the gold. Just by the weight of it, you know there's at least 10 gold pieces in here.
Hmm.
Suspect there's probably 20 or 30, however.
Okay.
She just looks at you sort of angrily and warily.
Okay. Wait, is Mark want this lady dead? Was that the thing, or just? I feel like robbing her is, you know.
You
Oh,
want her gone. But now that we know that she's like
Yeah.
stealing, possibly eating like all these children,
yeah.
like maybe that's
I'll
what
say.
pies are made out. What if like she turns the children into the pastries?
Rico was gonna ask you if he should follow her. Like once you
Well,
let her go.
I'm just gonna. Yeah. Okay. All right. Look, ma'am. I'm gonna let you off with a warning today. Next time, next time I see you around here stealing children, selling drugs, I'm gonna have to kill you. Okay.
She looks at you, and she says, "Oh, you won't see me here again, dear.
That's good.
May I move along with my goods?"
I suppose. And then I do the point at two fingers at my eyes, and then point the fingers at her, let her know I'm watching. Even though I have one eye, so I guess I'm really pointing at one eye. Okay.
She slowly begins to take her cart by all of you.
Yeah.
Ismark gives her a stern look.
Rico
says-
messages Axel, hey, should I follow her?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to, yeah.
Riku casts invisibility.
Oh.
He just wanted an excuse to use invisibility.
Okay.
And he's gonna follow the old woman while being invisible.
Can you still see it, Riku? I do that?
No, I cannot.
Gotcha. She just heads like out of town. She's going to like head out of town, like as you all watch her go. She will leave the vicinity of the town into the fog and the mist. How far would you actually like to follow her, Riku?
I was hoping that other people might be tagging along a little from the distance, but I don't know, if I was alone, I wouldn't go too far from town. Like I was just assuming she lived like on the outskirts of town somewhere. If at least I at least got like the general direction of where she started to head, you know, like once she started getting a little ways from town, I feel like that's good enough.
She's going to head along the road, and very clearly head along the road. She will begin to go more than like 300 yards away from the edge of town and just continue going.
So she's just going down the road?
Yeah.
Did this happen to be the same direction we were going once we were leaving?
Yeah, so far as you know, yeah.
I guess then I just keep following her as long as we were staying on like the same path we were taking.
Okay. I would ask for a stealth check from you, and the rest, and we'll go back to the rest of the group after the stealth check.
Okay. 11.
11. Check something. Okay. So how far away are you from her?
I'd say I'd probably be about 20, 30 feet back. Like at least the amount of distance I can move in around, essentially.
Okay. As she continues onwards, give me an insight check.
Okay. 13.
I'm doing some secret rolls. She begins to act a little strangely, and her cart stops. Is there anything you would like to do?
I'd stop as soon as she did.
Okay, so you're about 30 feet away from her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She begins to cast a spell.
Okay.
I am going to roll. This is going to be public.
Lay it on me.
She casts the sleep spell.
Unfortunately for her, I'm half elf.
Gotcha. So you cannot be put to sleep, is that the idea?
Let's see.
That magic can't put you to sleep.
I think pretty much that's how it goes. But let me just double check. You have an advantage in saving throws against being charmed, and magic can't put you to sleep.
Okay. then she has wasted a sleep spell. You can
What
see
Could you
that there's a
pretend to
look
fall
of
asleep and like set up a trap for her?
I'm invisible. I like in Riku's mind, she didn't know I was following her. So now the jig's up, but I'm still invisible.
you are, and you are not asleep.
Yeah.
And so far as she can tell, per your understanding, is that whatever was around her, she suspects is not around her anymore or wasn't there to begin with. She kind of gives like a smirk and then moves along, and she continues down the road. It is after about, let me just check these walk times. Travel times through Barovia. For roughly, that's not right. Sorry. One moment. To go for up to an hour.
Where's she going?
She's gonna continue west along the road.
Okay. I mean, as long as we're heading in the same direction that like, we're planning on going.
Okay.
Let me just see how long this spell lasts, though. I think invisibility has a time limit, I would assume.
It's 1 hour, I believe.
Okay, well, I'd basically follow her up until my spell ran out. I'd
Okay, and
say.
how far would you like to try to be when your spell runs out?
At least like probably double the distance of my walking. Like try to
Okay.
like go behind a bush or something.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay. Like behind a tree, hopefully.
Sure.
Oh God, why am I
You're
stealth so bad?
you're able to pop off the road well enough, and yet I'm just going to roll a disadvantage to just see if she sees you behind her. She does not. She continues onward with her cart, and it is roughly around this time that you have come to a crossroads. So I will
Okay.
give you the description of that crossroads, and we will go back to everyone else depending on what they're doing, depending on how far away they are.
Okay.
An old wooden gallows creaks in a chill wind that blows down from the high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam. The well-worn road splits here, and a signpost opposite the gallows points off in 3 directions. Barovia Village, back to the east from where you came. Becerre Pool to the northwest, and it looks like the road turns into a path that is narrower and lined by trees here. And to the southwest, Ravenloft/Valaki. The northwest fork slants down and disappears into the trees, while the southwest fork clings to an upward slope. Across from the gallows, a low wall crumbling in places partially encloses a small plot of graves shrouded in the fog. She heads to the west/southwest, so towards Ravenloft and the town of Valaki, where you are headed.
Okay.
You are behind a tree and you watch her fade off into the mist. Let's go back to everyone else. What are you guys doing at this point?
Well,
I guess probably just going to where we had to take that lady. If that was in the same direction that Riku was heading.
yeah.
It
Trying
was.
to think of how far behind we would be of Riku, because Riku messaged me saying he was gonna follow the lady. And if that's the direction we're going, then we'd probably be like 20, because we don't want to blow up his spot.
So we would have
So
waited how long? We would have reconvened, said that was weird, right? I would have asked like, "Yo, what was up with the baby? Did I see that right? Like, she
Was
steal
that
a
lady trying to
kid?"
steal kids?
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
yeah, it looks like she was the lady
And then I would
couldn't pay for her
ask
drugs.
I would ask the people that we were with, "Yo, what's that lady's deal? She's a real creep show."
I've never heard or seen her doing that, but my understanding was that some children have gone missing over the past 2 years. 2 in particular. It's not necessarily unusual being so close to the Svalich woods, and he sort of points to the north. Not towards where you had seen the castle sort of looming over the village of Barovia, but sort of towards the northeast. The woods are very dangerous. It's not unusual for that sort of thing to happen, but now I'm wondering if instead she took them. I do thank you for chasing her out of town, especially for saving that boy. And Ismark pulls 25 gold out of his pocket in a pouch that he has, and he says, "This is from the village of Barovia. There's nothing more that I could ask than to save its children, which you have done."
You know, just doing the right thing. That's what I do.
In the other pouch, there was 15 gold coins.
Okay.
Ooh, so we're up to
Okay.
like.
So that's 40. I'm just gonna add that. I'll add that to the group gold. 'Cause
Yeah,
we
what are we
need
up
it.
to now? Group goal?
We're up to 90 group.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Nice.
Irina
Loaded.
steps forward and she says, "The only gold that I have would be these golden potatoes," and she shows her sack full of food that she's bringing for the lot of you.
Oh, I thought you meant our bosom potatoes.
Uh?
And she says, "Where did your other friend go? And are we ready to move along?"
Yeah, I think we're ready.
don't
Riku
worry about it.
may or may not be tailing that
He's
old
scouting.
woman.
up ahead.
I did not see where he actually went because I don't think we haven't seen Riku do invisible tricks, right?
No, I just
No,
learned
he
this.
disappeared.
Yeah, so we don't. I mean, he was there 1 second, gone the next. He must be really fast. So I guess if he's following that lady, we probably should wait the appropriate amount of time, because we don't want to screw that up. So we're all just kind of standing
It's
around
been
now.
roughly 5 minutes at this point since he.
Yeah, let's head out. He might need our help. He's just a bard, you know.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe he left some tracks for us we can follow. Does Vincent know how to like track people? I feel like that's usually one of your gimmicks. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now he's a
yeah.
fighter though.
Yeah.
No, I'm a turtle, man. I'm a ninja. I do
Okay.
acrobatic. I do
I'm a
acrobatic
turtle.
Yeah.
and stealth. I'm stealthy and acrobatic.
Okay. Well, I have +2 survival. Is anybody
Ooh,
I
I
have
got
-1
+3.
got
survival.
plus? All right. Why don't you lead the way, Vincent?
All right.
It's still,
Isn't
even
that
when
just
you're
the
not,
road?
even when you're not survival guy, you're the survival guy.
I know.
Okay.
Probably easy enough to follow the tracks of the wagon.
Yeah, I mean, it actually is. I will say that if you get above a 10, you're able to follow the cart tracks that she pushes along without issue.
17.
Perfect. Because the road itself is, as
see.
you found it on the other side of Barovia, filled with puddles of mud, sadness, fog, and mist. And you head forward along sets of fields that look like they were once farmed but have fallen into disrepair. You go over a poorly maintained stone bridge. It does not look like it's going to collapse at any moment in time, and yet another 10, 15 years, who could say what will happen? And through sections of wood on either side until you come to the same crossroads. Anybody with greater than a 10 passive perception, which I suspect is all three of you, as well as Irina, can see, if he is still there, Riku hiding behind a tree looking towards the crossroads.
Oh, I don't see him.
Riku is hidden to you then. But you see this crossroads with the signpost pointing in 3 directions, one from where you came, one slightly to the north and more to the northwest, and one to the southwest.
Okay. When we see Riku, I would pick up like a pebble, and not throw it at him, but like throw it near him. Let him know, you know.
Unless you were traveling stealthily, Riku, based on his passive perception, would almost assuredly be able to hear you coming.
Okay. Then I guess we'll give him a friendly wave then. Let him know we're here.
Ah, my companions.
Hey,
Riku greets you.
so what's up?
Ah, the lady. He points to the direction you saw her going. She went that way in the crossroads. Basically the same way we're going, eh?
She do anything funny?
At this he smiles. He's like, this kooky old lady tried to cast some sort of spell on me. I didn't feel a thing.
Sounds like an aggressive act.
Yeah,
Possi-
I'm not sure she really knew I was there or not, but I was following her incognito. He winks.
All right. Should we keep looking for her, or do you want to just keep? Should we just go about our business? I mean, she's out of town, and Ismark here seemed pretty happy with the results.
But she was clearly up to no good. I think we should
Yes.
investigate more.
She was an evildoer. This is true. But we're
Is
in
it
a
a-
land of them. It
Yeah.
appears. Yes.
If she was trying to cast spells on you, that means she's more than she appears. Don't judge a book by its cover, Riku. I learned that
When
somewhere.
you say this, at this, Riku puts his hand around his shoulder. He's like, "Yes, my friend, beware of everything you see here. Everything is more than it appears." And then he's like, "Our friends back there, especially, I don't trust them.
Oh.
But here we are." And he just kind of like, spreads his arms like, "Gotta make the best of it, right?" Smiles and starts walking.
All right.
All right, that's perfect timing. Can somebody please roll me a 1d20? You have been on the road for quite a little while.
I'm busy in the kitchen. Somebody else, please.
All right, I can roll. I'll roll. Come on. What's 20? There we go. Big money. Oof, got a 4.
Okay. Thank you very much. All good. You hear silence through the fog and mist.
What the
Which
heck?
way would you guys like to go?
No patrolling zombies.
Well, we have a map. We were given a map, right, of Barovia or whatever.
Where it's in the Docs and Links chat.
Yeah. Okay, let me just. Did I close it? Goddamn.
Ooh, I got it right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've had mine open.
All right,
this whole
where are
time,
we?
basically.
You are at the River Ivlis crossroads to the west of Barovia along the road. So it's sort of on the
River
right side of the map along the
Ivlis.
bottom, towards the bottom.
Okay.
Oh, so we got the dotted line. We can either stay on the road or do the
Oh,
dotted
I see.
line.
Exactly.
I gotta make this map bigger somehow.
So the dotted line's like a shortcut, and the road is.
I can barely see that detail on the this image. I
And
think I
she
gotta
went down the
look into it.
dotted line.
She went down the solid line along the road. The dotted line looks like it was a road that has fallen into disrepair. The forest has grown around it quite a bit.
That's
And
better.
it was described to you as the path that would lead to the Tesser pool that is frequented by Vistani, and supposedly one called Madame Eva is currently stationed at.
She took the dotted line, right?
No.
No, she went along the solid line
Oh,
along
I'm
the
sorry.
road.
My bad.
Okay.
Still trying to zoom in there.
I feel like it'll save time if we cut through the forest, but we're definitely gonna run into some shit, which isn't bad.
What our best survival? What kind of roles are we looking at here?
I mean, so long as you're following the path itself, that doesn't require a roll.
Oh. Okay. Riku would snap his fingers and say, well, if we actually want to catch this woman and she's going to stay along the road, we may as well take this, what appears to be a shortcut, yes?
Oh, you want to cut her off at the bridge?
Yes.
I like it,
Epic
Riku.
showdown on the bridge.
Yes. So it sounds like we're cutting through. We're taking the shortcut
Shortcut.
with
Okay.
Okay.
As you begin to leave the Ivlis River crossroads, there is one thing that happens. You hear a creaking noise coming from behind you, from the gallows itself. Where there was nothing but a rope swinging in the breeze, there now hangs a lifeless gray body. The breeze slowly turns the figure in the fog and mists, so that its face comes to stare at you. And as it does so, its dead eyes are clearly looking in all of your directions. Everybody, please roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
No,
Oh shit.
Close my eyes.
I refuse. Wisdom
That
save.
one.
Wisdom
Oh, thank
save.
Oh,
goodness.
I'm gonna use my inspiration right off the bat.
Oh man, you guys all rolled really
Vincent
high
looking
except for Ariel.
chunky.
Oh, god damn it.
Uriel, you see the figure as yourself. And the three of you only see it as this sort of like lifeless gray sort of it's almost as if the features are fuzzy and distorted. Uriel, you are going to take 2d6 psychic damage for max damage.
Oh no. 12 damage.
12 damage.
We haven't even rolled initiative yet.
As this happens, you feel the pain and terror of what you assume it is to live in this place. Haunted by undead, supposedly the sound of werewolves permeating the woods in the night. A place where a graveyard at a crossroads is unattended to, even by a village only an hour's walk away. A place filled with terror and dread. And so that is what assaults your mind and causes you this emotional pain and turmoil. As this occurs, the figure fades into smoke, which then twirls and swirls into the mist, dissipating into nothing. And the rope hangs there once more.
What was that?
Wait, what the fuck? Did you guys see that? That guy looked just like me hanging up there.
What just
Looks
happened?
like you?
Do the rest of us have any like recollection what happened?
No, it did not look like Uriel or yourselves. It simply looked like that sort of like
No, It
gray,
was just like a
lifeless.
gray figure.
Yeah. Its features were fuzzied. It was indistinguishable as an individual, effectively, for you.
Are you okay, Uriel? You look like
Yeah, that thing took me for a spin, but we got some other fucking monster we gotta worry about now, it seems.
Go ahead and just put a mark down on your character sheet, Uriel. We are going to begin diving into an old set of rules from 3.5 edition D&D in terms of madness, depravity, and we're going to get into some body horror here.
Oh shit.
oh no.
It's right up his alley.
Yeah.
You wanted to become a werewolf, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys head along the path through the woods to the north towards the Tesser camp.
Yeah, we're gonna try to cut off the old lady at the bridge.
Okay, so you'd like to hustle.
I feel like if we go at it like a steady pace, we'll be because
Well,
that
she's
road
dragging a
looks
cart,
windy.
right?
Yeah, that she looks like she's gonna be going slow. So we figure if we're going at our normal steady pace, we should be able to be successful.
Okay. As you begin along through the woods, I would like one more D20 roll from somebody, please.
Anyone but Uriel.
Right?
So I can roll it again.
Yeah, it's on
you
you.
got it.
Keep
Okay,
rolling, keep
Riku's he's got it.
Oh.
Riku's
Great.
got it. Yeah.
Okay. I would like a. I'm going to roll this for everyone to see.
It's either really good or bad, guys.
Yeah.
An 11.
11.
11
Then
dragons come bursting out.
I got to roll something else. Give me a moment here.
Oh, we're reaching.
11 gold falls out of the
Something's
sky.
happening. Look at all these
11.
rolls.
As you
11.
move through the forests, you eventually see a swarm of ravens above your heads.
That sounds
It is
bad.
met by a second swarm that you startle out of some underbrush, and a third swarm up above. And the three swarms sort of coalesce and then turn in different directions. One back to the east, one to the west, and one to the south, or one to the southwest.
Oh,
And they
man.
seem to be flying with all due haste in these different directions. Only one of them was startled by you. The others seem to be cawing and calling to their brethren, coalescing in midair to have some sort of animalistic conversation that, unless any of you can speak with animals, you would never be able to understand. And if you can, let me know, but otherwise we'll move
Wait,
along.
can't Vincent?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow
Actually-
down.
How does speak with animals
Uh,
work? Like, if like I have to do it as a ritual, so it's
What
like a
the
10-minute
spell?
thing, so we'll be able to actually like.
Can
No,
Vincent-
yours is at will.
Yeah, but I have to.
No,
It's like
no, I can't. I'm nothing. I got nothing.
it says time. Like, can I actually just turn it on and off, or do I have to? It says, yeah, I don't know how that
So
actually
what does the
works.
spell
If it actually
cast
says
time
at will,
say?
then
It says at will, yeah.
But it says
Uh,
casting time 10 minutes.
speak.
As a ritual.
Right,
Anything
give me a
else would be
moment, I'll check it.
instantaneous.
Yeah, like those don't like go together to me. At will makes me think like it's just always on. Because you're always like hearing every fucking little grasshopper's struggle.
No, so I see that it has a casting time of 1 action. This all occurs across like 20 seconds. So while they are doing this, if you would like, you may activate Speak with Animals, and it will take 6 seconds that an action costs to do that.
Yeah, we'll eavesdrop on these crows,
very
ravens,
cool
whatever.
that you can
Yeah.
do this.
Okay. Give me a perception check, and I'll begin to describe what it is you hear.
Okay, we got 12. Pretty
That's
good.
good enough to catch pieces of it. You hear to the masters. A party to Tesser Pool. Continue to watch Barovia. Continue to watch Keep. Head towards Masters. And the 3 groups of ravens split in their different directions. None of them head towards, and you notice this distinctly, none of them heads towards where you know the castle to be, Castle Ravenloft. They all go in different directions of that.
Okay. And we're still at. How far down the road have we gone?
You have gone a ways, and up ahead you don't necessarily hear clearing, but you've probably gone about 20 minutes so far, I'd say.
Okay, because I see the Tasir pool on the map. So, and we know that these birds are they work for Strahd.
Make an insight check.
Yeah. I remember Vincent killed one of them.
I killed a bat.
Oh, you killed a bat?
He did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were all worried that was Strahd the bat.
Yeah.
Axel, you do find it interesting that they are watching Barovia, that they are watching Tesser Pool, and that they are heading back to what they say Master, but none of the birds are necessarily flying towards the castle.
Yeah. Okay.
That doesn't necessarily add up to you.
Yeah. So the birds are talking about their master, and
I looked at the map as soon as I heard west, east, and southwest.
yeah, they were
See if
saying
there was
something
anything
about Tasir
particular,
Pool. I
but-
think there might be, like, if we look at the map there, we see that Tasir Pool, and there's like a little camp looking drawing there. I mean, I feel like we're gonna run into some kind of ambush there. So keep your eyes open, fellas.
Just a reminder here. One of the last sessions we had, Ismark and Father Donovich suggested you go see a Vistani seer who has her encampment at Tesser Pool. That there is a
Oh.
chance that she may be able to draw your fortunes with her cards and maybe
Nice.
tell you more about how to escape this place or where to bring Irina. And that was a suggestion that they both made in different sort of illusions.
Okay.
Awesome.
So maybe
So I've heard of it
maybe
already.
we won't be ambushed here, fellas. Maybe we'll.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe we will, maybe we won't.
We'll
Yeah.
be ambushed with love and friendship.
Stay vigilant. Okay.
You continue onwards?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. After another roughly 5 minutes, I want to say, you do come along the edge of Tesser Pool, and on the other side, alongside the pool, well, I don't know, maybe a 5-10 minute walk along the edge of the pool, you can see a Vistani encampment in the distance. You begin moving forwards. Everybody give me a perception check. Axel, you definitely see this. And Vincent, you see this. Your eyes are both sharp enough to catch this. There's an individual lingering by a tree, carving what appears to be a piece of apple and then eating it, popping it into his mouth. He would be described probably as a handsome man, dark hair, an individual who's about 5'9", a little shorter than maybe you would expect some of these folk to be, but nonetheless well built, with a rapier at his waist. He's about, and the fog sort of has cleared. It's the wind is pushing from the east across the pool, and so there's not necessarily as much fog as you would expect, or mist along the pool. And you can see him glancing your way, and he gives a curt little wave along the track and waves you towards him, actually. He first gives a wave of greeting and then sort of like beckons you on your way towards him.
Okay. I would give Riku a nudge and point at the guy. Says I don't think he saw him.
Oh, I didn't see him there.
Yeah,
Who's that?
some guy. It's
Riku
very
looks him over.
suspicious.
Ah, a
Yeah.
friendly face.
Yeah.
Waves at him, walks towards.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
guess we're approaching.
You continue along the road, which has actually at this point been replaced by a twisted, muddy path. Deep ruts in the earth are evidence of the coming and going of wagons. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above. You can see the clearing in the distance, and beyond that, the river that widens to form the small lake several hundred feet across. At that edge, you can see 5 colorful round tents, each 10 feet in diameter, pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. As you move towards this man, who is himself about 100 yards away from the encampment, he says, "Greetings. Madam Eva would like to see you. Would you like to join us by the fire temporarily? Have your cards read?"
Yeah,
I
why
could
not?
certainly use a short rest.
Riku shrugs.
"Come this way. Child of Burgomaster, you are safe with us." He nods towards Irina, acknowledging her. She doesn't nod back, but her lips tighten. They are thin. You head forwards towards the encampment, and that's where I will switch this. It would be this individual here. And place yourselves sort of down here once I grab you, sorry.
So are we abandoning the ambush the bridge lady to stop here?
Well,
It's
see
just along the
how-
way.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, I know it's along
how
the
long
way,
this
but I'm
takes.
saying like, are we like gonna stop, or are we like, hey, we gotta keep going?
Well, how long can it take to get our fate read, really, you know?
All right.
This will be about a
Um,
moment.
The individual in front of you introduces himself as Aragal. And as he leads you towards the encampment, you see 5 other Vistani around a fire, dancing, clapping, one of them playing a lute, passing a bottle of wine back and forth. You can see the symbology is similar to the wine bottle that you had seen prior in the Blood on the Vine Tavern. It would be Dragon Crush, from what you can tell.
Ooh.
As you get closer, they begin to slow the music and say, "Ah, we have guests. Those folk here to have their fortunes told by the madam?" And Aragol says, "I believe so, though obviously you're welcome by our fire, as long as you wish." And he sort of like gestures at the fire, which is here, as well as gesturing, "If you wish to have your fortunes told, a lot of you should go into the tent in the back." Sort of over here where he gestures.
Before Vincent goes, Vincent wants to ask the guy if he's seen some creepy lady with a wagon walk by, or in this area. Not necessarily right now, because I think she was on a different path. But
Make a
If you knew of some creepy lady.
make a persuasion check. And how detailed are you in describing her?
Just very vague, creepy old lady with a wagon.
Okay.
What kind of persuasion?
Rika would say,
Yes.
"Who normally sells pastries?"
17.
Pretty good. Aragol gives a dark look at all of his companions, and the guy who had been strumming the loop actually stops. We know her, or of her. He kind of looks at his companions, and they all sort of, whatever you wish to say, Aragol, one of them says to him. And he looks back at you and he says, beware the old bone grinder, the windmill where she and her daughters bake. A dark look.
Oh, they turn the kids into pastries, don't they?
Do you say that, Uriel?
Yeah, like this lady's definitely pretty evil. Uriel is strongly
Foul.
suspecting that she takes these children, she turns them into pastries or like eats them or something.
You can see Irina shuddering nearby you. Don't like that old woman. Ugh.
Yeah, we should probably taken her out when we had the chance.
Aragol says, do as you must, though if you would like to rest, if you would like to speak with Madame Eva, you may do so. This land is, or this area here is safe. You're safe with us.
Well, one of us has to talk to her, right? So, Riku, I think this is
Riku
your-
sighs. He's
your
like,
gig.
he holds out his lute. He's like, I was hoping to play my lute with him. Points at the guy by the fire. He's like,
But you may do so if you wish.
he holds his hand up. He's like, no, I must tend to my my party here, and walks off to have his fortune read.
Aragol says, hold. If one is red, all are red. You may as well all go in together.
Riku shrugs. All right, you heard him.
All right.
I'll go.
Except for you, child of Burgomaster. Yours should be read alone.
Riku, he's like, well, we've been tasked with keeping her safe.
She may
So,
enter with you,
Yes, we must keep an eye on her.
but if she wishes to have her fortunes read, that must happen without you. And it's up to you guys. I will let you collectively decide as a party if you want Irina to have her fortune read as well. If your fortune, the way this is going to work is if your fortunes are read, it is for the four of you collectively, even if only one of you hears it. If Irina's fortune is read, none of you can hear it.
I mean, should we ask her if she wants her fortune told or not?
I
She can be
suppose.
convinced either way by you, is what I would say. So this is actually your choice.
Huh.
Well, let's see what we'll decide. Can we decide after we get ours?
You may.
I think
Maybe
that would be
something super
I think that would be interesting.
dramatic.
Yes, one thing at a time. That is a good point. My turtle friend here has
Also,
suggested.
So are readings free, or are we paying for this?
But also, I wanted. So we don't all need to go in though.
Oh, we do.
You do not, but considering the fortunes are going to be for the lot of you, I suggest that you all enter.
Okay.
Riku shrugs. He's like, yeah, let's do it.
I'm just saying, I don't believe in this.
Yeah. Is this like a free
astrology
reading,
thing.
or are
I'll,
we?
I'll stay outside with her, protect her. Keep an
Irina's
eye
going to
out.
walk into the tent with you if you go in.
All right, fine. I'll go.
You're getting your fortune read, Turtle.
This is a free reading. She's not going
Okay.
to charge you. At least that's what Aragol tells you.
Nice.
All right.
All right. Let me switch the map over. And I will put you in Madame Eva's tent up here. You can take whatever seats you want. Within the
Looks like there's
tent.
more of them. Good to know in case we try to fight them.
What are you talking about?
More, the tents are blacked out.
Yeah.
Could have been more people.
Irina will take this one. There are 2 left, one for Vincent and one for Riku, if you wish. Take a seat.
Sure.
Magic flames cast a reddish glow over the interior of this tent, revealing a low table covered in black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure peers into the depths. As the crone speaks, her voice cackles like dry weeds. At last you have arrived. Cackling laughter bursts like mad lightning from her withered lips. She sets the ball aside and puts forward a deck of cards onto the table. You have arrived in Barovia recently. You are lost, trapped in this land that only the Vistani may leave. The people of Barovia suffer. I, through my readings, may give you clues and help you unlock secrets to either defeat he who slumbers in the castle or find your escape. There is no cost to this reading, but once the reading is done, your fortunes are set in stone. And once again, mad sort of cackling laughter bursts from her lips. Do you accept?
Rico looks at the boys to see what their reactions are.
So when she says set in stone, does that mean like it's gonna happen? Like,
According to her, it's gonna happen.
yeah.
That's what she says.
All right. Hey, let's accept. All right, we accept. We're
Yeah,
here.
Rico doesn't believe in this bullshit anyway.
We're in your little wagon.
He wants to hear what she has to say. He's curious.
Then I will begin the reading. I am going to share my screen. I have a video for us.
Oh shit.
Oh, live action.
Of
Get
Avidya?
that,
A vidya I made. Can you guys see the QuickTime video?
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I see. Pair
Yeah.
of hands holding cards.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Do I need to opt in a sound? Oh no, it's already on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let me know if you guys can see it or not, and otherwise
I
I could.
Yeah, I can see it. Should be able to once we click on your name.
Okay, cool. All right. Let me know if you cannot hear the video, but you should hear me like shuffling cards pretty quickly.
Oh, I can't hear anything.
I don't think
Yeah.
I got audio.
Yeah,
Give
no
me a
audio.
moment. And maybe I can't do audio like that. That would be kind of a bummer. Actually, that's fine. I'll still share it without audio because it doesn't matter. Sorry, I'll reshare. Okay. And I'll just play the video as is. And so as she shuffles the cards and places them in front of you, she begins doling them out one by one in a sort of diamond or cross pattern. And after doing 3 in 1, she takes from the high card deck and deals the last 2. She slowly flips each one of them over, showing you the details of each card. And finishing with the last card for you. I will switch the image on Owlbear so you can see the exact cards that she has placed before you.
That Gallo looks awfully familiar.
Ah,
That motherfucker again.
we knew it would come to this, didn't we?
Now, let me just step out away from the game for a second and say the Taroka cards that I played, I truly shuffled them. I did not plant them. I just did them as was. This was entirely random, and yet the way that Curse of Strahd works is that they determine quite a bit. And so as stepping back into the game, she shows you each of the individual cards. She begins to run you through the meaning and the distinctions of each. Starting with the Enchanter, the one on the left. She says, this card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. In particular, let me just find the corresponding text here. She sees a kneeling woman, a rose of great beauty plucked too soon. Master of the marsh knows of who she speaks.
Master of the Marsh. You guys writing this down?
Master of the Marsh.
And so again, that is history can be found with the Master of the Marsh. The second card. And in this instance, the second card is I actually think I'm just gonna flop these so I have this correct. The second card is actually the bottom card, the hooded one here. And for the hooded one, she says, this card tells of a powerful force for good and protection. Holy symbol of great hope.
Uriel's eyes perk up at that one. Holy symbol.
Hooded one.
And in this instance, I see a faceless god. He awaits you at the end of a long and winding road deep in the mountains. So the holy symbol, faceless god, deep in the mountains. And we can repeat this. I'm saving this because this is important. Go back over this.
Thank you. Yes, you can put it in chat.
I'm writing this down.
Same.
I know I'm like scrambling to find a pen, but I
Notepad.
want to listen. I know. Just listen.
Notepad.
The third.
Your computer, man.
She puts her finger on the Avenger. This is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. And for the Avenger, she says, the treasure lies in a dragon's house, in hands once clean and now corrupted. So that would be Sword of Sunlight found in a dragon's house.
Lord of
For the
Sunlight
fourth
sounds
card.
Sweet.
Sure does.
Yeah. The fourth card, which is the Beast, and she does not touch this card, yet lingers her finger over it. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in battle against darkness.
Take a beastly ally.
We'll take one, right?
As for the executioner,
She says, for the Beast, a werewolf holds a secret hatred for your enemy. Use her hatred to your advantage. And lastly, for the Executioner, your enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. And she does not touch the Executioner card, but sort of hovers her hand further off of it than she did the Beast card. And in regards to where you will find your enemy, seek out the brother of the Devil's Bride. You call him the Lesser, but he has a more powerful soul. Actually, sorry, that's the wrong. I'm sorry, that's the totally wrong one.
So
Scratch
don't
that.
do that.
Scratch that one. Sorry. You see a dark figure on a balcony, looking down upon this tortured land with a twisted smile. That is where you will find your enemy. That is how you know the time will be right.
Well, some useful information.
She sort of sits back in her chair, and I can go over any of that again if anybody needs or would like.
What was the first part of the executioner thing?
The first part of the Executioner was a mistake. I read the wrong section
Oh,
for a moment
Okay.
there.
Dark figure balcony looking down on cursed land.
Yes. That is where you will find your enemy before his demise.
Okay.
So the
So we're gonna win.
executioner is Strahd, and the beast is a werewolf you have to find that'll help us kill him, and the Avenger, there's like a sword, a 6 sword, and the enchanter is some rose lady who's gonna
I'll
die.
give some information though on how to probably kill the executioner, or where. There's something about information there, the history. And then there was what, the hooded one,
Yes.
and the hooded one.
Holy
I did a
symbol.
quick notes and put them in the chat.
Yeah, thank you. What would Well, you said she was like afraid to touch certain ones.
And she actually scoops up the cards and flips them back over using like other cards, and then she's willing to touch them.
What if Vincent kind of gestured to like go to grab one and be like, "Can I have one?"
You would like to take a card?
Yeah, I want the executioner card.
If you reach for it, you may attempt to reach for it.
Yeah.
She slaps at your hand as you get anywhere near it.
Classic.
Unless you have the power of sight, these are useless to you. She's sort of like combining words as she speaks. Quite interesting, actually.
She said something about like the sword for the Avenger one. There was like a dragon, like the sword is where the dragon
Oh.
lives. Like,
Dragon's house. So she
Yes.
described it.
Yeah. It was in the hands of one who was once clean, I believe.
so that could be an actual dragon, or we could have like a Game of Thrones situation.
Yeah. Or it could be an actual house, or it could be like a dragon's
A
lair.
house made of dragon.
Oh.
Treasure lies in a dragon's house, and the dragon's house is ''S house. In hands once clean and now corrupted.
Corrupted.
Mm.
Once clean, now corrupted.
Everything in this land is corrupted. You must remember.
So, as far as the game goes, are we just gonna like continue playing, and then all of a sudden, something from these cards will pop up, and we'll have to like remember, like, oh shit, it's the thing, or are we like?
Hopefully we catch it and it just doesn't go over our head, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah,
I
like
think the bigger thing
that would never
you
happen.
should consider this to be is you have been given this reading as a gift from Madame Eva. And she said effectively this will either help you defeat Strahd or help you leave Barovia. And that these are tools with which to do that. Each of these things is a clue or piece of information towards one of the items it either mentions, or an ally, or where to find your enemy to kill him.
Awesome.
And it is up to you to either make these into reality or to ignore them.
I love it.
Hmm.
I mean, we'll probably use them, but I'm
Yeah.
terrible at riddles, so.
Uriel's all about that fucking that blade of sunlight. That sounds
We
sick.
were given clues to different ways to end the campaign.
Yeah. Well, if we would choose all of it, which can we choose it? Can we use
Yeah,
all
all
of
of
them?
them, all the above.
Oh, yeah, well. Go find the werewolf.
We want the werewolf, the sword.
Holy symbol.
We want- yeah.
And then we go to the execution. and we
So
kill them.
Yep.
if we ask the lady, it's like, okay, cool, like so any
Right.
suggestions on where we go from here? Like maybe which one of those cards spoke to you the most? Which way you think we should go?
Where you go and what you do is beyond my jurisdiction.
Okay.
I am
Do
simply
you
a
know anything of a dragon's house? You know what that could be referring to?
I do not. Though I'm not as well versed in these lands as many.
Riku's gonna like tap you early. He's like, why don't we ask the other people outside? She just reads
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll ask the rest of the boys by the fire.
She
Yeah,
looks
I'm
at Irina. She says, "Would you like to stay, child of Burgomaster?"
Go for it, Meisterberger. We got some cool readings.
And we're
Yeah,
not
Riku,
seeing
like,
that. We
sits her
don't
down
see
at
this
the
part, right?
Yeah, Riku sits her
No,
down at
but
the
it-
table and is like, "You best
But it might, but it
see
might
what
be
you-
helpful.
what
Yeah.
lies in your future." Our cards are interesting. Maybe yours will be too. Yeah, taps her on the shoulder and leaves. Stands
Okay.
outside.
Yeah, if you would like, you may go back by the fire. She can have her card reading. You guys, what are you doing by the fire if you go back to enjoy the?
Okay.
Asking where a werewolf lives.
First,
Yeah,
I'm gonna make
I'm gonna
myself a little
I'm gonna ask
bigger
about
so I
the
don't feel
dragon's
small.
house.
I will take a stick, skewer one of the potatoes with it, and bake a potato at the fire.
Oh, yo, toss me one of those too.
Axel tosses Uriel a potato.
Okay.
I use my
and as you
spear to cook it.
Gotcha. As you join the others by the fire, they begin playing the lute once more, but it's less of like a jaunty sort of dancing song and more of just like a calm, relaxing fireside melody. If you would also like to play, you may, Riku.
Are
Yes,
there like
Riku
doors on these huts?
we'll join the person playing and just say, "Ah, my good man, if you need to take a break, I've been looking to stretch my fingers all day." And he starts playing.
Gotcha. Vincent, as you are walking around the fire, you can see doors on the tents. Each of the doors is closed by a flap that is tied shut.
Uh,
And then the caravans have steps that lead up to like a small door so you could enter the garishly colored caravans.
all right. Yeah. Okay. I want to nonchalantly bring up. Are there any werewolves in Barovia?
There are. Yes, indeed. And it's Aragol who once more addresses you all. Let me just find one thing briefly. Here we go. It's wise to stick to the roads. Wild druids, wayward ghosts, packs of wolves and werewolves haunt the Svalish woods. My understanding is that they have some sort of den to the west, though I don't know where specifically.
They live in the mountains.
He sort of shrugs and he says, "We simply keep to our carts, especially on the roads."
Fair. No, I really don't like this old lady.
Madam Eva? Oh, she's harmless. She's been around for ages too. My
Have you
understanding
ever
is that
had
she's
one of her pies?
Oh, not Madame Eva, the woman
That
with the
lady.
cart. Oh no,
Yeah.
no, we don't touch much of the food here in Barovia. And as you look around, like besides the wine bottle, like they have like really nice looking food.
Ooh. You guys hunt?
Oh, we leave the valley and source our food elsewhere.
Smart, I suppose.
Well, the wine here is quite good. He like passes it towards you if you'd like.
Wait, you guys able to leave?
Yeah, I was
How do you
kind of
how
gonna
do
get.
you,
I was
how do you
kind of gonna
manage
get to
that?
that question.
Um, we are granted access to come and go as we wish
Lucky.
By whom?
by the Count Strahd.
I don't even know how we got here. How did you? I don't even know. I don't even know what to ask you. That's how confused I am about what's going on here.
Let's go through a tale, and we'll start at this tale. And I think it's a good place to start because it's recent. It will sort of maybe help you a little. There was a mighty wizard that came to this land a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing. A very charismatic man he was, and he thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the Devil Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. When the vampire appeared, the Count himself, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. The few that stood their ground were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to a precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet by his magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the devil Strahd himself fell upon him, the magic could not save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death, and I climbed down to the river to search for his body to see if it had of anything of value. So far as I understand, the river Ivlis had already spirited away. I tell you this story because even a great sorcerer such as himself became entangled in the mists of the master above. And he sort of points, and you can see above the Tesser pool across, high above on the precipice of the cliffside, looming over everything still, Castle Ravenloft. The way I understand it, the master above comes from a royal bloodline. He died centuries ago, yet endures as an undead, feasting on the blood of the living. It is this reason as to why Barovians refer to him as the Devil Strahd. Though he's had many lovers, he remained mostly locked in his castle, named after his mother, Queen Ravnovia. Strangers aren't welcome at the castle without an invitation. His father conquered these lands long before, but it is he who rules now, using wolves, bats, and other creatures to spy on this realm. The people who live here are simple, and they're terrified of him. Some have old souls, many do not. Those who are soulless are easy to spot, for they know nothing but fear. They have no charm, hope, or spark, and they do not cry. The road passes from east to west, through the center, what is roughly the center of the valley, mountains to the north and south. Again, it's wise to stick to the road as we do. It is safest there. Those who come to Barovia are generally not allowed to leave. The only ones who are allowed would be us.
Riku kind of perks up and he's like, "So is it fair to say that because we're here that this master of yours has some sort of interest in us?"
Interest, potentially. My understanding is that those who come to this land are either unfortunate, talented in some way, or unusual. Maybe even all three. If you've ended up here, there's a good chance you're one. You tell me. Are you one, two, or all three?
Riku smiles like, well, I'm obviously talented, but can't say for the rest of this lot.
I'm all three.
Yeah, you just see Axel not paying attention, baking up, like roasting a potato on a stick. He's just like an idiot.
Riku says, point proven. Anyway, thank you for your tale. In any case, it seems we're stuck. We must find a way out, and I don't think we're gonna find out our way out the same way you folks have.
It has been tried before, so I should warn you now. Villagers know we come and go, so several of them have hurt our kin and taken our wagons, thinking the wagons themselves would let them leave the land. It did not. We became lost in the mists. We found the wagon, their lifeless forms choked and dead on the side of the road. We know not what killed them, but the word of warning I would give would be the Vistani are not necessarily your enemy, though we may not necessarily be your friends.
Yes, I'm also wondering, why does the master allow you passage back and forth from this realm? Why does he favor you so?
Well, let me just double check something.
This isn't
Riku.
the same group from our Thay campaign, is it?
Some of them are.
Um,
Potentially.
let me see something. He is willing to share that long ago, the Vistani saved Strahd von Zarevich while he was still living. And that favor done to him is repaid to all Vistani in the form of free passage to and from his lands.
Not a bad deal.
Aha. So because
why
of
do
your
you-
ancestors, you're given this power.
That is correct.
So there's no current arrangement besides what was already set in place, as it were.
Roll persuasion check.
Riku's
Ooh.
digging a little deep. Persuasion. Dirty 20.
He gives you a look and says, "We work for him at times. Some of our folk in Ilk prefer him and his ways. Some of us simply pass through. None of us defy him."
This leads me to my next question.
I guess
So,
you go.
how many of you are there? And if he were to call on you to kill, let's say, my friends and I, he smiles, would you be inclined to answer no matter what? Or does he have enough, or is his army big enough to not bother with using you?
He sort of laughs and says, "Oh, his minions are far more than we are. In terms of the Vistani here, you see most of us. No, we're not fighters. We're lovers. And you actually don't see weapons on them readily necessarily.
Hmm.
He says, if he requested such a thing, we would simply remind him of the previous treaties between our people and him, and we would say that it would be time for us to leave Barovia and probably never come back. And I
Yeah.
suspect that would twinge at his dead heart, though it may not sadden him.
Yes. I was wondering what your people might do if something were to happen to your master.
You worry those who directly serve him. We ourselves do not defy him.
I see. So this is a very distinct factor here that I was trying to make, trying to see where the line was drawn. It seems like you've made it clear. Thank you.
He sort of nods.
But, Riku looks more at ease than he did before after this conversation. Because they start going on about basically how they're like his disciples, and now they, doesn't seem quite as bad.
At the finish of this conversation, you see Irina stumble around the corner of the tent, looking at the lot of you. Are we staying long?
I feel well enough to travel, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, we
what-
should be
what
hitting
time
the
would it be?
road.
That's another thing. How does time work here? Is it like day and night, or is it just always night?
It is day. It is still roughly mid to late morning. I would say, based on the amount of time that you spent here at the camp, if you wish, you can take a short rest.
Oh, I definitely want a short rest.
Which
That
is actually-
goddamn zombie ghost.
I would say that this is actually a good point just to take
Sure.
5 minutes as well.
I can hook you up with your short rest too, Uriel. I have
Oh, you
a bard.
can?
I got a bard thing, yeah.
Song of
How's it
Rest.
work?
You just get an extra dice, I think. Let me see.
Like a free extra hit die or something.
Yeah. Let me just double
Nice.
check it. If you or a friendly creature who can hear you, your performance regain hit points at the end of a short rest. By spending 1 or more hit dice, each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6. So yeah, just go low on whatever you're going to spend on your hit die because you get an extra 1d6 on top.
Oh, I rolled a 1 on the d6.
You can re-roll that. For hit,
Oh,
hit
nice.
dies for short rests and stuff, I don't do ones.
And it's a 6.
Oh, that's much better.
Wow.
There you go. More passive bard stuff coming at you.
Nice. Back up to max HP.
Let's take 5 minutes and we'll come back and we'll continue on either down the road or whatever it is you guys are going to do next. So Irina is asking if you are all ready to leave. If you have,
Or do they have any information about a possible dragon's house? House of a dragon?
they kind of look at you blankly when you ask this.
There's no dragons in the country, or anyone with like the title of dragon, or dragon of the battlefield, or anything
Some
like
blonde
that.
people.
Again, they're not really. They are travelers, and Barovia is simply one of the many places they travel to and from.
I can relate. Gus says.
Travelers who never heard of dragons.
Can't say I have a place I call home these days. Riku scratches back of his head, looks fondly into the distance.
Well, should we hit the road?
Riku snaps out of it. Ah, yes.
Yeah, let's continue on.
Let's continue and get our young mistress here where she needs to go. Riku slaps.
Yeah, let's try to
Grace on the
get
back.
to. If we look at the
Whoa.
map, do we think it would be possible to get to Valaki before sundown? So that's
That
where
was
we're
a very
headed.
good question.
That's where we're headed, right?
Shouldn't we
Yeah.
find like a I don't know, a cave of bandits or something to clear out?
And I want to do a perception check. I want to do a perception check on the girl when she comes out of the tent, just to see.
Oh yeah.
How
Uh,
she's
do-
looking after getting red hair
Yeah.
future.
Do an
Yeah.
insight check.
Vincent's gonna make a move.
That's actually smart. Good play, Vincent. But let's see how you roll.
Yeah, shook she is.
And I probably have a
Nat
better
one.
insight.
We're re-rolling. Inspiration, inspiration, inspiration. Another nat one.
God.
All right, never mind.
Her human features are too much for you to discern there, Vincent.
If only she looked more like a turtle.
God damn it.
He really
Um,
just uses inspiration.
Based on the map, you think you can probably just make it to Valaki in time for sundown at this point.
Okay. Nice. Well,
Well, shall we?
yeah, is everybody good?
Let's not forget about that old lady. Maybe we run into her.
Yeah.
Standing up from the encampment, you hear a voice calling from Madame Eva's tent. Aragol, a word, please. And he says, I would see you off, but the madam calls. I must be off myself. And you can see him sort of like going into the tent.
The crew waves. Take care.
A lot of you. What are you doing along the road? Anything in particular? You saying goodbye? Just moving on?
Telling them we appreciate their kind hospitality and we hope to see them again. And hopefully,
Outside these walls.
yeah, it's not in these lands.
They all sort of look at you sadly and say, I hope that is true then, if that is your wish. And as you leave the encampment, the music starts up once more. The crackle of the fire leaves you behind, leaving behind you. You are ready to move along. Heading to the northwest. Let me just find the description. You follow the dirt road as it clings to the side of a mountain and ends before an arching bridge of mold-encrusted stone that spans a natural chasm. Gargoyles cloaked in black moss perch on the corners of the bridge, their frowns weather-worn. On the mountainous side of the bridge, a waterfall spills into a misty pool nearly 1,000 feet below. The pool feeds a river that meanders into the fog-shrouded pines that blanket the valley. You are at the base of the canyon, at the far end of which a great waterfall spills into the pool, billowing forth clouds of the cold mist. A great stone bridge spans the canyon nearly 1,000 feet overhead. Up onto the bridge will require quite a climb.
It's the bridge that's just going over the river here.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And we're trying to climb up to the bridge.
Wait, yeah. So we're on like the what? The bottom, like the river, the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the way that the road worked was that it wound up slowly,
Yeah.
doing switchbacks along the hillside to get up to this point.
Okay. So it's like
Grappling hook.
we're going up in elevation.
You will have to climb along the cliffs, basically, to get up there.
All right. Well,
Okay.
some of us have grappling hooks, so could we use those?
Yeah, I
and-
got a grappling hook. Let's
Yeah.
let's get up there. Got super high athletics too. I can probably climb up the cliff.
Irina looks at it, unsure of herself. Should we go back instead, or I don't know if I can do this.
Nonsense. We can all do it.
Have faith in
How
yourself.
much is Irina wearing armor?
That's a good question. Let's see. She has a chain shirt on.
Okay. And is she
Do we
I
not
guess-
have a bag of holding? She could fit him. Just for like.
She can't breathe in there.
but how
How
much
long does she hold her breath?
how much does she look like she can weigh? Or how much does she weigh? Is she like is she like an Amazon woman? Is she like 5'10", 6 foot, or is she just like regular like
5'7", 160 pounds, maybe.
oh my.
She seems pretty strong.
Wow, she's a capable fighter.
She's thick.
Well, let's throw the grappling hook up there and let's see how we do.
Riku looks her up and down. You seem in shape. You might be able to climb. Just have a little confidence, eh? He kind of like nudges her chin, like a fake punch, you know.
Okay.
Hey Bard,
Like, come
what's
on,
the,
sport.
Oh
what's the
wait,
ra- what's the range of your mage hand? Can you like carry the grappling hook up there and like? Because I have pittons as well. I have pittons and I have rope. So
I
could
mean,
we
I
like
could
secure some pittons and some rope and get some goodness going on?
probably put it like get it secured on something, but I probably couldn't do pittons. I couldn't hammer. That would
Yeah.
take 2 hands.
rig up a
True.
pulley system.
Yeah.
And Riku, you have feather falling, right?
Yes, Riku snaps his fingers. He's like,
So
falling is not an issue here, friends. I will
okay.
save us. I have 4 spell slots still. Everything's fine.
Well, I'm gonna hand the pointy part of the grappling hook over to Riku and have him, do his mage handiness.
Sure.
Okay. So what I will say is we will do a skill challenge where I will need 3 successful rolls from 3 different individuals, and I will require 3 different skills to do this.
Who dibs on
Each-
athletics?
Each successive roll will have a more difficult DC, starting with a 12, going to a 15, and ending in an 18. Who would like to go first to help get the group a third of the way up the cliffside?
Who has bardic inspiration?
Right?
Um,
Should you inspire all of us before this?
I can inspire somebody, sure. I'll use one.
I've
Uh,
got a
so-
I've got a +6 to athletics, so I'm probably good for one of the rolls. We should probably have Riku go last because he's
I have
our rolling champion.
what's
yeah,
the-
but none of my rolls really help with stuff like this.
Oh yeah.
what's the
see what it- yeah.
plan? What are we actually
climb
doing?
up. Just climbing up the.
Yeah,
We're just climbing up.
we're trying to secure the grappling hook up to the top so we can use it to climb up.
So Riku is not doing the mage hand thing.
So I would say you don't have do you have 1,000 feet of rope between the lot of you?
It's
Oh,
1,000
probably
feet.
Yes.
Oh,
It is a cliffside that sort of like you can walk up portions of it and bits of it, but other portions are like almost
Damn.
sheer, and you'll have to like hook onto a tree or like you know what I mean. You'll have to use your skills to be able to get up portions of it.
And if
But on
the,
the
so
map, it looks like a bridge.
yeah, and the if I recall the rules when Vincent jumped off of the waterfall, it was 1d6 for every 10 feet, and so that was 30 feet. So this would be 10d6 if we fell from the top.
But
Oh, this would-
Featherfall.
This would
Yeah.
be quite a bit more. This would be 100 d6.
Okay, so instant death.
It's
All
yeah,
right. So what?
Reassessment.
Is there an alternative of not climbing? Is the path continue? Where does this path go? Underneath the
path-
bridge?
Yeah, the path simply goes to this point and stops at like the waterfall.
Well,
almost
what's
like
the
a-
point of?
Oh, we
Is
gotta check behind the waterfall. Uriel
Yeah,
goes and checks behind the waterfall.
There's
before we
got
do
to be a
anything
reason
else.
for this path, right?
Make a investigation check, Uriel. Vincent, give me a nature check.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Making up for the
Uh,
one.
Uriel, if you like sort of try to stick your hands behind the waterfall, there's really nothing behind it. It's just part of the cliffside. In fact, you're getting wet from it. Like you've got the water pouring down on you. It's fine. It's not awful. You're strong enough to withstand that. But this is not a place where anybody is hiding anything necessarily. Vincent, natural 20. This is a beautiful waterfall. You suspect that this path exists for people to come to see the falls themselves from this vantage point. You also suspect that people have climbed this before, though the climb itself, as I described with the DCs, will get progressively more difficult towards the top. So you could make your way 500 feet without too much issue. The next 300 feet going to be a bit hard. The last 200 feet are going to be very difficult to get up onto the road or the bridge, based on your lit
Yeah.
vantage point.
I say we go for it.
Riku nods. He's like, I have Featherfall.
And what does feather fault do exactly?
Choose up to
Falling feather.
5 falling creatures within range. A falling creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no falling damage and can land on its feet. The spell ends for that creature. And
So
it
just
lasts 1 minute.
What's your range?
So that's 10 rounds.
And
So
what's your
600
range?
times 10. Or 60 times
60.
600 feet, right?
Yes.
600 feet.
Yeah, so I could get us most of the way down if we fell from the top without dying.
okay. Even if someone,
That's assuming we all fell together. I guess I was thinking it was more like.
Rico
So-
would jump if someone fell and go with him.
someone is going to fall, and when they do, they're not. Then they're not gonna try it again. We're
You
just
got more
gonna.
than one spell slot.
I got 4 spell slots.
We got this.
Ariel
Starts climbing.
Based on Vincent's nature check, I will tell you this as well. You could walk 10 minutes back towards the encampment, and you could find a spot where maybe you only have to climb 500 or 600 feet up some cliffs, making it significantly
Ooh.
easier. You would only have to do 2 skill checks and within the range of Featherfall. That said, you would then need to take the road, and that would take longer.
What do you think, guys? High risk, high reward, or are we gonna do it?
I mean, it's 400
Go
feet
for it.
difference. I feel like if we're gonna do one of the two, we should just go. If we're
Well, I
already
guess here's-
here.
Is
Yeah.
another alternative. My question is the bridge. Is it what's it a bridge for?
The bridge is 1,000 feet above you. It goes
Right.
over the waterfall.
The waterfall.
Just
it
forget
just
the
looks
bridge
small,
is even
like-
there at this point.
Right. No. So I'm asking, can we cross this river at somewhere and then make our own trail to the other side of the bridge? Is what I was
Gotcha.
getting at.
No, there's like cliffs and everything on the other. So you're gonna have to do cliffs either way unless you backtrack.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Let's start climbing.
I'd say
But
I vote
should
backtrack.
we go backtrack for the easier or do the hard
Yeah.
one?
we got I vote
What's the
backtrack.
group vote? We need to put it to a vote.
Yeah, I said we just go for it.
All right, we got 1 for go for it. Anybody else? What do you? Vincent? Are you backtrack gang?
I said backtrack.
1 go for it, 1 backtrack.
Well, so I could probably make it, but I don't think other people could make it, and I think that's the problem. So
Hmm.
So the
What if we
rules are
tied
gonna
a
be
rope-
collective. Let me
What if
say
we
that
tie a
as
rope
well.
to you? You're the anchor.
All right. You
and,
know what?
We're all tied together. And
do
then,
this.
if one
I'm
of us falls, we
actually-
all
my
fall,
guys
and then
are
feather
tied
fall.
right
Boom.
now.
But if it's collective, let's give it a go. If we fall, we backtrack and
Yeah,
go
like-
the way.
Like one person rolls for everyone,
Yeah.
basically.
So let's just do it.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
go
do it.
for
Let's do it.
Give it a go. If we
And,
fall,
then I
we'll
got
back.
feather fall if something goes wrong.
Yeah.
you know?
yeah,
And then we'll just backtrack. If
we're
we
doing
fall.
it.
Okay. Who would like to go first, and what skill are you using?
Let's see. So
I-
who's?
My
I've got
only
a +6 to athletics. Who else has
and
good
I have an
pluses?
and I have an
So
I have a
I think
5 in acrobatics.
I think basically Uriel and Axel are like almost guaranteed to like success, basically.
You
So
guys
we
have-
should have someone who's got a lower chance go first. Like me or casual
Oh, right.
probably.
I have a +5 in acrobatics.
But I think he
I
said
mean,
one
no.
person's rolling for everything, right?
No, I
Yes.
think
We're-
it's 3.
yeah.
I thought it was.
We're
3
doing different
things.
skills though, right? It can't be the
Yeah,
same
so
thing.
it's going to be 3 rolls. The first person who goes, let's say Vincent uses acrobatics, that's for everyone. A fail or success determines whether everyone falls or not.
Okay.
The second roll, you have to use something different than acrobatics, and you have
Ah.
to use a different rationale to apply to it. So let's say
Oh shit!
somebody wanted to use like
Mhm.
survival or athletics or something else. They would roll that one. He would have 2 of the 3, and then the third one the same, but it's going to be a more difficult
Okay,
challenge.
so
What do we got?
Uriel's gonna
Wow.
do his athletics, and then what is Riku is gonna roll one of his charisma things as sort of like he's gonna like get us all pumped up and like feeling real good, get morale
Right.
high.
Yeah, performance check to like
Yeah.
boost up morale.
I mean, if the DM would allow, but I didn't know if any of my
Well, no,
rolls
like,
could
alright,
help in
remember-
this situation.
Have
What
you
I
guys
will
seen-
say,
Have you guys seen Andor? Remember the scene where they're hanging from the cliffside?
Have not seen
And
Andor.
he's using his charismatic words
Spoiler
you-
alert.
To
If
spur
you-
him
Right.
on to holding on to the cliffs.
What I would say is this: if you wanted to use persuasion, for instance, you could do so, but you have to describe how you're using it, and it will maybe adjust the DC up if you don't describe well enough how you're using it to help your guys get up.
Hmm.
You could make it worse.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, anyway, so what do we have? Let's start there. Like, so I have a 5 acrobatics, which is decent. I
Yeah,
heard
and
a
I have
plus
a
6
6
in
athletics.
athletics. And what else do we have that's high? That's
I mean,
everything
my
else, you know.
performance and persuasion is juiced. I have +8, but
Performance.
the thing
and
is-
Yeah.
persuasion.
the thing is, like, how do I even
Performance-
apply it? Just like doesn't.
Hold
I
on.
don't know.
I feel like
Hold
either
on.
survival or sleight of hand would be the other two. That would be
Yeah.
good for
Well, I was
this.
gonna say performance maybe for the last bit, if it was some sort of like heroic, you know, like kind of you gotta like, I don't know if we
Like,
could think of something creative, like
can you
but that you
force strike
needed
in
to like
the pose?
perform, like you need to do a maneuver, a specific maneuver that is the only thing that gets us like over a crack, the last crack, or up the last whatever. We gotta like swing on a rope, you know, we're all tied on a rope or something, and we gotta like jump a gap or something. I don't know, something silly like that. But I was gonna say acrobatics could be like at the beginning, kind of like, you know, kind of jumping around, and then then the other one would be athletics in the middle, and then we got to think of something for the end. So that's all.
Who hasn't used their inspiration?
I was
Me.
gonna say I already did.
Okay.
Use mine too.
I want to go first if I have to roll, 'cause I'll probably have like the lowest chance because I don't think I can really do anything
You
with
just
my
told us you
performance.
have a +8. Oh, what are your other
Yeah,
ones?
but I don't know what I could really do with.
Yeah, what
like,
else?
I don't know
So
how
then
to
what are
really
your
use
other
it.
ones?
I mean, I have a
Do you have a good
+3 to
th-
sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand to like set up the the grappling hook.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking to get us up the first bit.
Okay.
And then Vincent and then me.
Yeah, you have the highest.
Wait, give me give us some bardic inspiration. Mr. Bard.
Well, it only lasts 10 minutes, but if I can do that as we go up, I would give the last one probably.
Yeah, give it to Penguin for
Yeah.
because we need to get an 18. He needs to get an 18.
Yeah. If
So.
if that's allowed. But I don't know, because I think I'd have to like play
Well,
my
how long
instrument
does
or
it take
something.
us to
Or
go
climbing.
climb the- Oh,
I'm going to say
Yeah.
that's allowed. It's going to
Okay.
take you a while to climb up. It would normally take you, I want to say, 5 minutes to walk 1,000 feet. Does that feel right? Yeah, that feels about right. I'm going to say it's going to take you at least 20 minutes to climb this.
Okay.
and how does is bardic inspiration like a spell, or is it like a thing you just do?
Once I give it, it's got a 10-minute timer.
Right. So,
give it to me
but
like
how do you
towards the
give
end.
it? Is what I'm saying. Like, is it like, can you just be like hyping them up like halfway up the hill, and then it's like kicks in halfway? You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I
is it
just asked Nick, and he said he'd
verbal?
let it
Yeah.
he'd let it slide.
Okay. All right, then cool.
All right, let's do
That's
this.
our plan. Let's go for it. See what happens.
All right, I guess I'll
Okay,
do my sleight of hand then to try to get the grappling hook in a good position for us to climb the first portion.
Sounds good. Make a roll. Let's see if you get at least a 12.
I'm gonna use that that once a session inspiration we were
All
talking
right.
about.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh god.
All right. First roll is successful. Riku deftly swings the grappling hook, gets it on a tree, and it actually shortcuts the first section by quite a bit, and you don't really struggle too much across those first 4 or across those first like 500 to 600 feet. You are holding on to trees, pine trees at this point, several hundred feet up, looking back down towards the river and looking up towards the bridge. You've made it roughly halfway. Who would like to go next as you all sort of are beginning to feel like you are in a slightly precarious position?
You're up, Vincent.
Obviously, Vincent has a lot of success in this type
Park.
of escapes.
Riku's gonna give both of them bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
Just a reminder, Vincent, you have already used your
Yes, I
general
have.
inspiration
I
today.
only
Yeah,
have one.
so have I.
I have
Rico and
one push of
Uriel,
the
you have
button.
used yours. Axel, you're the last one, right?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have one push of the button.
I gave you both bardic inspiration. Okay,
All right, what is that?
it's a D6 extra.
Okay. Oh, a 12. Plus. Oh, plus a 6.
Okay.
Bardic inspiration.
You needed a 15. You use your acrobatics to help everyone deftly move another 3 to 350 feet up the cliff. You
It's a long
probably
way
have
down.
about 150 to 200
We're gonna
feet
die.
left. You are now in
Wait.
quite a precarious and difficult position.
You
Many
have
of you
one
are
spell
hanging
slot
on to
left, right?
ledges.
Here we go. Audley
Right?
saying we're gonna die.
We got this, boys. We got this.
All right. See it.
All right, here we go. Last roll.
We're not even gonna need bardic inspiration. Just to hit it right off the
God,
right
you're
off
gonna
the
curse
rip.
us.
Oh!
We succeed no matter what.
Yeah, because here comes the
Damn.
shit, 23.
They're just all sixes.
All right. And so you make it to the top without too much issue after all, ensuring that you are safe and on the bridge overlooking Tesser Falls.
So lucky.
That was skill.
That was all skill.
It's fucking having a bard on your team skill.
Vincent looks around for the creepy wagon lady real quick when he gets to the top.
So
Or
as you
signs of the wagon lady. Fresh tracks.
give me a survival check.
You think the wagon lady climbed up that with a wagon?
5. No
She went
shit.
down the other road.
I wanted to see if we thought we beat her to the here or not. Is what I was looking for.
So because the stone bridge and the road here is actually stone, it's a lot more difficult to determine whether or not you have beaten her.
Ew, I see. Yeah.
You can be wherever you like, however, but the way from which you were coming was from this direction. So you
Came
can be
from
wherever.
the north.
Yeah.
Okay.
Place you down on the bridge.
Oof. That was quite a hike.
Quite the climb indeed.
Whoa.
And Irene is sort of like, I didn't necessarily think we were going to make it. Oh,
Neither did I. But we did.
you guys a little bigger. And as you are standing there, you can hear the wheels of the wagon coming from the other side of the bridge.
No way.
Guys, this is our chance.
I told you we got here, boys.
And as she comes into sight through the fog and the mist, pushing her wagon, she looks at the lot of you from across the bridge. What? How is this possible? Step aside, let me by.
Make us, you wench.
Oh, you want to have it this way, do you? Have it as you wish. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh.
You ain't going down this rod.
All right.
Man, my rolls
Oh
all
my
are
God.
really, really bad.
Oh,
Somehow my
Right.
11 is good.
how did I?
She will act first, and she will
All right.
drop the facade.
She's gonna
Oh.
she's
A
gonna put us all to
facade?
A
sleep.
dragon? Is she a dragon?
Turns into a
Oh,
dragon, cast level 7
facade?
fireball.
You
kills
telling
us all.
me she's not a creepy old lady?
Oh, she's a creepy old lady, all right. Just not the creepy
She's-
old lady you thought she was.
She's like gonna be like some witch thing.
Yes, she is a hag. Very
hag.
clearly a hag.
There we go.
As she drops the facade, She moves forward 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet, I would say. And she will. Ooh, what is she gonna use?
She's gonna sleep us.
She is going to use Ray of Enfeeblement. So a black beam of enervating energy springs forward towards, and she's going to look at Uriel. She will make a ranged spell attack against you, Uriel, which is
Because
going
I'm the
to
most
be
intimidating.
this. Oops, that was supposed to be to everyone. It's an 18. Does that
That's a
hit?
miss.
Oh shit.
Look at you.
What the hell?
And that will be her turn.
This man's been eating his vitamins.
Yeah, you don't fuck with Uriel, man.
Axel, what would you like to do?
What would Axel like to do? Axel will he's gonna rage as a bonus action. Before he does anything. And then he's going to I think she's she looks like she's 40 feet. 40 feet away.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna get in her face and attack her with a great axe.
Okay.
Recklessly. Actually, do I want to do recklessly? Because that would give her advantage. She's a hag, so she's probably just wearing like shit. We're not doing reckless. We're yeah, regular attack.
Straight up.
Okay.
Yeah, 23 to hit
Oh
That's
my.
a hit.
and a big 4 damage because we rolled a 1. So
Oh, you're raging though.
raging, so +2, so it's 6 total damage.
Oh yeah.
And then no
Alright.
movement. Use
You
bonus
put the
action,
hurt
used
down on
action.
her.
So
Oops. Sorry.
Something's happening.
I fixed it. I screwed it up for a moment. 6 total damage, is that right?
yep.
Okay. She takes the axe blow. Your axe. Is it bludgeoning, piercing, slashing?
We're looking at, I believe, slashing damage.
That sounds right.
Non-magical?
Just standard run of the mill great axe.
Gotcha. It does not hit as hard as you would have expected.
Oh my god.
Bitch.
We could
Is
get
there anything
magical
else you would like
weapons
to
up
do?
there.
Or at least silver.
I've used all my stuff. So in turn.
Gotcha. Riku, what would you like to do?
What would Riku like to do? That is a fair question. I mean, I don't think well, I'm a sword bard, so if I have the ability, I don't think I can reach. If I get here, am I close enough to hit her if I get here?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay. All right. Riku's gonna try to poke her with his rapier.
Gotcha.
Oh, lovely. That's a crit.
Oh, nice.
All right. Well, here's the damage, 10, and then I might do one of my fancy things here.
Okay.
If I do that, I lose my last bardic inspiration. Let me see. Yeah, I probably should. Okay, so I'm gonna do defensive flourish. So it's gonna use one of my bardic inspirations, and then I think I get a d6 on top for extra
If it's
damage
double it.
plus. Oh, really?
Yep.
All right.
Crit hit.
So, and that's supposed to go towards my AC as well.
Ooh.
So only one of them, and I would have said the higher of the two, but in this instance, they're the same. So
Excellent. All right. So now my AC is 17.
Gotcha.
At least for this round. until my next turn, basically.
Okay.
Temporary turtle power.
All right.
Irina will move to this location, take cover, and pull out short sword, looking to defend herself. So her AC right now is going to be a 19 at this point.
Ooh.
Vincent, what would you like to do?
Shoot the hag with my bow.
Go for it.
15.
That is a miss.
Ooh.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah. Then
I mean, our hits were 23 and 24, so we had no idea what our AC was.
Alright, yeah, that's it. Just
We got a pretty good idea now. Holy smokes.
get in a defensive position.
Okay. Uriel, what would you like to do?
I am going to move
Smite.
closer. I can't get close enough to smite her.
Yeah, we're gonna get a motherfucker.
I am going to cast Bless.
We're all
Ooh,
grouped up.
All right.
And I am going to bless myself, Axel, and Riku.
I was gonna say, could you reach Vincent? I don't know.
I couldn't actually.
You maybe could have cast it on the way here.
Yeah, I figure like we're the ones that we're up close fighting her.
But
Or
you
is
still
is
get it
just
on his.
attack rolls.
It's on everything, basically. Like saving rolls too. Bless
How
is very good.
how many creatures can you hit with it?
Uh,
First level?
3.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh. Okay, well, that makes sense. I thought it was 4.
All right. Movement, action. Do you have a bonus action or good?
No, I think that's it for me. 'Cause I can't do an action spell and then a bonus action spell, right?
It depends on what the bonus action spell is.
Do I want a +2 to AC?
You can
Or
only use
actually,
one
never
spell
mind. Yeah,
slot.
because Bless is concentration. So never
Yeah.
mind.
Okay. Then I will
That'll be
pass
it for me.
along back to the Night Hag. And she will.
She's gonna fucking nuke us. We're all grouped up in front of her.
She will use sleep. And she will roll 5d8. And she's rolling it in particular on the group here. So in front of her. Starting with the person with the least HP. Fuck. Wow, I rolled so low with that.
Yeah, that's not good for her.
It does not work. None of you fall asleep. The first person would have been Riku. Doesn't matter. The next, she would have needed at least a 31. So her turn is kind of worthless in that regard. Let me just double check something. Make her a little smaller. Yeah. Next up is Axel. What would you like to do?
Axel is so he noticed his axe didn't do anything, or not as much as he thought it did. But he's gonna do it again because that's the only melee weapon he, thinks is best to use. So he's gonna do it. He's gonna swing with his axe. He's gonna roll 21,
That is a hit.
and then he's gonna do some damage. He's gonna do 12 total damage, and
Wowzers.
use his mobility to back up a few feet here.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. Anything else?
I don't think I have any bonus actions. No, nothing
All right.
else.
Riku, what would you like to do?
Alright, so now my AC's back to normal. Riku will round behind her, staying within her range, and try to attack her from behind.
Gotcha.
Heyo.
So is that regular, or do I get advantage here?
You would need Uriel closer. Uriel,
Ah.
your weapon is not reach, correct?
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
I don't want to have. I don't
Ah.
want to give up my shield for reach.
So that's gonna be a miss.
That is a miss.
And I don't think I can really. No one's been hurt yet, right?
None of you have been hurt. You have dealt her a total of. Oh gosh, let me see. 36 points of damage.
All right. Well, Riku's gonna park it right here and say, "Let's get her, boys."
All right. It's gonna be Irina's turn, and she will shout, "Oh gosh! Oh, this is. Why did I leave the village?" Vincent, your shot.
She's a non-combatant, huh?
She is a defensive combatant. She's looking to keep herself alive
Oh,
primarily.
shoot! Forgot about the bless. But I don't think it would matter for me, but it might matter for Vincent.
I don't have blessed, so it
Oh,
doesn't
shoot.
matter.
Okay.
So Vincent's just gonna stay here and go, keep getting her.
Would you like to move or anything, or are you good right there still?
I'm just gonna keep doing any. Yeah, no, staying where I am.
Okay. Uriel?
I am going to get in range of this chick. So if where is this flanking? Does this count as advantage?
This would count as advantage.
Fuck yeah. All right, so I am first going to cast. Oh nope, never mind. Can only have one concentration. All right, so I am going to attack this bitch.
I believe
Oh,
she's
here
a
we go.
hag, not
See
a
if I get
bitch.
crit.
That was a hit. With the 20 at least.
And I'm definitely gonna smite her. Where's smite?
Does it get its own button?
It doesn't have its own button. Is she an undead or a fiend by any chance?
She is a fiend.
Oh fuck yeah! All right, so that is regular damage. So 7 piercing damage. And
Wow.
18 radiant damage.
18 radiant damage. Okay, let
My
me just double
God.
check something. All right.
Nope.
And at this, she gives a almighty scream. Ah, it burns. It burns so bad. And you definitely heard her with that one. Unlike some of the other things, which seem to not impact as much as you would like, that was quite nice.
So is that like a normal smite that you just did, or is that like a special one?
It's 2d8, and then against undead and fiends, it's an extra 1d8.
Oh, okay. That's cool. So it becomes an Omega Smite because of what she is.
Is there anything else you would like to do, Uriel, or is that your full turn?
Yeah, it's my full turn.
All right. She will immediately turn to you, and she will attempt to begin clawing at you in terror and anger.
Yeah, attempt is right.
Oh man,
She's got a +7.
she's rolling so shit. I don't really want to move her. That will be her turn. Axel.
Axel will how much far is she? 20 feet. Oh, less than 20 feet. Doesn't matter. Okay. I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna ask her a question. Again. I'm gonna miss. And
You're
then
blessed. but I don't think it matters.
You
Yeah,
think a D4 is gonna do anything?
I don't
Nah.
think so.
And
She's got at
then
least 15.
gonna back up again.
Ability. Okay.
Yep. And
Alright.
turn.
Riku,
Grace
what
is
would you
somewhere-
like to do? It's somewhere between 15 and 20 for you guys.
Yeah, that's what we know. Whose turn?
Your turn. Sorry.
Me. Oh. Me oh my. Riku will poke her. He's gonna give her the old pokey poke. Let's see how we roll though. Oh, not bad. I don't think
That's
I
a
need a bless
hit.
on that. Not good damage though, Forge. I don't think
Okay.
I can do anything with my bonus action because I don't think anybody's hurt. No, don't need to top anybody off. So yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Irina stays where she is, continuing to take a defensive stance. We'll pass it to Vincent.
19.
That is a hit.
Oh, time.
All right.
5 piercing damage.
And are you doing anything else with it, or
Yes.
And then
We are going to use an arcane shot of grasping arrow. So it'll take an extra 2d6 poison damage.
interesting?
Which is 7.
Okay.
And then also, its speed is reduced by 10 feet. And it takes 2d6 slashing damage the first time on each turn it moves 1 foot or more.
Oh wow. Okay. Gotcha.
Unless you use an athletics check to get rid of it.
Okay.
It's brambles around her feet, I guess. So every time she moves, 2d6 slashing.
Understood. Uriel, what would you like to do? Unless there's anything else you can do, Vincent.
No, that's it.
Uriel, how about you?
Let's see. Do I guess I'm gonna have to smite her again because I'm the only one with like magical damage. So here we go. $21.
That's a hit.
So, ooh, max damage. 12 piercing damage.
the only magical damage I do is unfortunately also inflicts friendly fire.
And then 19 radiant damage this time.
Another
Oh
one.
my goodness. You're rolling very high there.
That was almost max on everything.
Yeah. So
That's pretty
24.
amazing. All right. She is definitely bloodied at this point, and she's looking rather rough.
Man, this thing is tanky.
Yeah, she's quite tanky. She is going to. She is going to use her etherealness ability.
What does that mean? Oh no.
And you see that she disappears. Let me double check something.
Combat's over, boys.
Did she move or disappear?
She disappeared. But I'm checking something because I want to know if she's going to take that damage or not.
Oh, yeah,
definitely affect your
does-
magic.
Does
Probably not if she like.
do
actually
people
did
get
something.
attacks of opportunity even if the person's invisible? Like,
Depends
You
wh-
can only use attacks of opportunity against creatures you can see.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
She might not even be around here. She might have just like teleported
Yeah, I'm
somewhere.
thinking if she's invisible and moves, she'll take damage. But if she actually teleported, she probably won't take.
Oh, cause Vincent's move, yeah.
She is not going to take damage from this. Her speed is no longer slowed. and she will end her turn there. The only thing you saw was that she used some power by grabbing a stone that she had on a necklace around her neck. It was not necessarily a spell because she seemed to focus on it, and then she disappeared.
She's like an item, it seems like.
Okay.
Right out,
Shh.
track her down.
Axel.
Yeah,
What would you like to
Axel is going to be
Yeah, you're
like,
fast.
what the fuck? He's gonna run up and he's gonna like tackle the air where she was.
Go ahead and make an athletics check for like a grapple.
Oh wait, I'm raging. Still got a full. Okay, so plus bless. Let's bless it up. Okay, we got a 1. Okay, 10.
You fly through the air. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, don't fall off the bridge, please.
Falls off the bridge and tumbles down the waterfall.
We got a 10.
No, good enough. You just like roll to this point here.
Okay.
That's all.
And I
Don't
didn't
take
I
any
didn't hit
damage
anything
from it.
solid.
You flew
Yeah.
through and you're able to sort of roll onto the ground. You are prone, but like if you could stand up using the rest of your movement if you
Riku would
wanted
say
to.
she ran somewhere.
Yeah, I would get up. I wouldn't move anywhere, but I would look at Riku and be like, "What?"
I can turn invisible too. She disappeared and went somewhere.
Somewhere.
I can't see her. She's gone.
All right. Axel officially ends his turn.
Okay. That's gonna bring us to Riku. What would you like to do?
God damn it. Can I roll to try to like could I hear which way she went at all? I mean, there's a lot of water
You could-
moving and stuff
You
around.
could, yeah, you can attempt to perceive with a perception check
Okay.
where she went.
Let's see.
Can I smell what direction she's in?
Can I persuade the air to tell me which way she went? How's a dirty 20 on that perception?
So that's quite good. In fact, you're looking along the cobblestones, trying to see if she kicks up dirt after she disappears, in an attempt to try to understand where she has moved to. You see no dirt, nothing kicked up.
Riku would say, she didn't only go invisible, she completely vanished. I can't see a trace of her. And I suppose he would just blindly start walking one direction. Let's pick one. He's gonna start walking this way. And like moving his arms out in the air as he's moving, trying to like feel around.
Gotcha. Anything else? Or is that your full turn?
Yeah, because I suppose I use an action by rolling, so yeah, that's probably it for me.
All right. Irina will look around terrified. Oh god, where did she go? Where did she go? Oh gosh, oh gosh. And she will continue to take her defensive stance, but she only has an AC of 17 because she cannot see her enemy. Vincent, what would you like to do?
Vincent's gonna have like his bow, pulled back, frantically like looking around the sky, waiting for her to emerge.
The sky.
Well, like anywhere. No, I mean like anywhere. You know what I mean? Like anywhere. Left, right, up,
Someone's
down.
gotta watch the
Kinda
sky.
like saying like left, right, up, down. It's just like moving his bow
Okay.
around, trying to find out where she is. So he's gonna hold his action until she reappears.
Gotcha. All right. Uriel, is there anything you would like to do?
So I am going to take out my 10-foot pole and then hold that and my spear like out on either end, so I'm like getting as much coverage as I can, and then tell Axel and Riku to duck. And then can I like use that as an item interaction to like take the items out and then use my action to dash?
Yeah, I think you wouldn't be able to dash on the same turn, but you would be able to use your pole to search for her and then walk at the same time.
Yeah. I was gonna like hold him out and then just sprint forward, because like between the 10-foot pole and the spear, I could figure I can cover the like the whole width of the bridge.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, you can do that, but you
And
can
then
only
just, like,
move 30 feet
Create
or
a
so.
circle.
Yeah.
Well, I used my arms to do that to move where I was, so maybe you go the other direction.
Okay.
Okay.
So we've done that by just flailing around with a pole.
Gotcha. All right. As of this point, she does get away. You cannot find her unless you had some sort of power, which I suspect you don't have at this time. She's going to fully escape from you. And we will end combat here. I will give you all 1200 XP. So 1200 divided by 4 would be 300 XP each. Let me double check where you guys are at.
Yeah, I'm just at bottom of level 3.
Gotcha.
But I don't know if that's right or not.
Did I give you guys XP after fighting Strahd and stuff?
No, we've just been doing milestones.
Yeah,
So
I have
far.
mine on milestone, is what I was gonna say.
Gotcha.
So unless someone else has it,
No, that's
I
fine.
was just gonna quickly go change it.
No, we'll do milestone. I was just sort of doing some math in my head.
Yeah,
thinking
I
what
think you
should-
said we were doing milestones in the early levels, and then once we started progressing, then you changed XP. We're at
Gotcha.
1200 out of 2700 XP right now. To
bump
level
that up
4.
to like if you have XP going, let's bump it to like 2000.
Okay.
Because you fought Strahd, you've done a bunch of things. So
Okay, so
You're
we're
getting closer.
about like 3/4 of the way to level 4.
gotcha.
Oh, that's
That feels
nice.
about
Is that when I get my extra attack?
Level 5.
Level 5, yeah.
Oh man.
Level 4, you get a feat. So
Also
This-
quite good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
sharpshooter.
Goodies along the way, you know.
Yeah.
You are now alone on the bridge. You don't think that she's around. You don't know 100% certain whether or not she's around, but combat, I will say, has ended. You believe that she has fled.
Ugh, old hag.
Oh, can't get them all, boys. At least we forced her to reveal her true identity, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Should we ransack her cart that she left behind?
Of like her cart of heroin donuts made of small children.
Yeah,
already
we'll
took all
grab
our
those.
gold.
See if she left any other like hag magical belongings in there. I mean, might as well look through it. Now instead of a single dream pastry, I can have a bag of dream pastries.
You
So
should destroy the wagon.
maybe what if like Vincent like dipped one of his arrows in the goo, and then like when he shot someone with it, they started like tripping balls.
Oh, we definitely got to try that out.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna collect
Yeah.
all of the dream pastries.
Okay. You have 15 dream pastries. And they are basically Boston cream donuts. So if you want to tip the arrow into the goo, you may do so.
Excellent. I will
I'm gonna
do so
coat
to
my
a few
spear
of
in
them.
Yeah.
So I'll take like give me like 3 of them. Personally, I don't want that many.
Anyone else want
Okay.
some pastries? Coat their weapon in.
Can figure something
good.
else creative to do with them.
Yeah, hold on to him for now.
Just feed 'em to
Eventually,
people.
like when I become an assassin, which is down the road, but I'll be able to use poisoner kits and stuff. So maybe like
Probably use it to do stuff.
yeah, do some like poison or something with it. Who knows?
For now, I'll try it out, see how it works on its raw state.
Yeah, experiments.
So-
We're gonna be doing some experiments with Vincent's bow, and if you want to eat
Excellent.
one, yeah, if you want to eat one,
I might microdose.
Uriel, and just see what it does.
Microdose.
Yeah, those people seem pretty addicted. I mean, the people who are so addicted, they're giving up their kids. So
That they just give their kids away for it. Yeah.
yeah. Plus, it might be
Unless-
made up of the bones of small children.
It's true.
So that's a red
Tell us
flag.
your trip balls.
Well,
Alright.
can't win them all. That one was a tie, boys. That was a tie.
It
Yeah,
felt like we were winning.
yeah, we were
Oh,
winning.
you guys are definitely winning.
We won in our hearts. That's okay.
I don't think she did any damage.
But that's not the end of that hag. We'll see her again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna smash her empty cart before we leave.
To be continued. Yeah.
Steal
Ruin
all of
it.
her goodies and smash her cart. Cause fuck her.
Gotcha. The card is destroyed. The pastries are stolen. Would you like to continue onwards?
Well, we have to.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
We gotta return this
Axel
girl.
gives what's this, Irina, a very kind of disgusted look, a little bit
Oh.
for her lack of involvement in that fight.
She kind of gives you one back of like confusion.
Yeah. Well, we're here to
She
protect
scaled the
you. I
wall with her.
understand, but
She's
sometimes it's an all hands on deck situation. When the time comes, we're gonna need you to get your hands dirty.
We
No,
have
that
that
hag was
issue.
nothing.
You must learn to fight, young one.
I don't think she got a single hit on any of us.
Well, which is bad rolls. I mean, she had a +7.
She
Unlucky.
had some
No,
pretty
some
no,
stuff.
poor rolls.
We're just that strong.
No.
No,
Nope,
don't.
nope, we are the strongest.
For the
creatures
record,
in the
what
land.
Uriel
We
is
can take
saying,
on anything.
what Uriel is saying, does not reflect the rest of the group.
Uriel, I
We
didn't
can take a
realize.
dragon. We can take on a dragon right now.
I didn't realize that you had the feature as part of your class called Goad the DM.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
It's baked
Yeah, it's
in.
part,
Yes,
part of my
his-
background. It's a
his
homebrew
attitude is
thing
not
I've been testing out.
reflective. Anyway,
As you continue away from Tesser Falls and across the bridge, you walk for another 30 minutes and come to a secondary crossroads. Even here in the mountains, the forest and the fog are inescapable. Ahead, the dirt road splits in two, widening towards the east. There you see patches of cobblestone suggesting that the eastern branch was once an important thoroughfare. Based on the geography of the land, you suspect that this fork to the east is towards Castle Ravenloft.
so we're approaching on the map. We're approaching Westgate. It looks like.
Yes, you are beginning to approach Westgate. As you continue northward through the fog, the Westgate comes into focus. You can head through as you wish. They are open.
Oh, look at that.
I would ask for a D20 roll.
They were expecting us, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
I rolled last one.
Okay,
But
I
I-
haven't used
I
my
crit, so-
inspiration, and I'm gonna lose it after like. There's no rollover inspirations.
Correct.
All
So
right,
you
I'll
might
use.
as well
Yeah, I'll
use
use
it
it.
before you lose it.
Okay, we're gonna use it. I don't know what the 20 is for. I don't know what this is for, but I want a high number. Okay, a
I
little
think
higher.
It's just random.
A little higher.
Okay, all good. You continue on the road, and as you continue down along the road for another, what's that going to be? Another 45 minutes after Westgate, there is another cut in the road, and in the distance, you can see a windmill.
The hags
Oh,
went
the hags
well.
went
Didn't,
Let's go burn
yeah,
it
didn't the-
down.
Didn't
You
those
wanna go-
people say something about the hag living
Yeah,
here?
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Do we want to
oh,
go
yeah.
finish her off?
Let's go. Let's get her.
Yeah.
Finish the
Yeah.
job, boys.
Everybody says yeah.
I'm gonna go just
the
kick down the
distance.
front door.
Through this windmill, you can see lights on the inside. Let me give you a little bit of a. I'll give you a bit of a teaser here. I don't think we're going to jump in on this session, but
Mm.
we can start next session looking at old Bone Grinder.
Oh shit. We found her.
We'll put you on the road down here. I'll give you Arena as well.
I think I should use my, what is it? Harness Divine Power to get one of my spell slots back.
I already put you on there, Uriel.
I mean, just like before we go into this, I'm gonna use my thingy to I can use my Divine Blessing, Divine Strike, Channel Divinity.
Gotcha.
I can use burn that to get a spell slot back.
Is there anything else you would like to do before we wrap up a few minutes early for the night? Just because I don't think we can jump into Bone Grinder fully.
No.
I think that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
Gonna burn this place to the ground.
All right, cool. We will stop it here for tonight. We'll pick up directly from this point next session. And we will jump into exploring this windmill, this horrific and decrepit looking windmill that you have approached. And I will leave you with the old Svalich Road transitions here from being a winding path through the Balanoch Mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into a fog-filled valley. In the heart of the valley, you see a walled town near the shores of a great mountain lake, its waters dark and still. A branch in the road leads towards a promontory, atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare. The onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side, as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. You see brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill with a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched on a wooden beam above the door is a raven. It hops about and squawks at you, seemingly agitated. If you would like, and if you can, speak with animals, or is that once a day?
Oh, it's at will.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You use it?
Yeah. Let's what does this thing have to say?
The raven is saying, danger, flee, danger. Children trapped inside, flee, danger. Over and over and over as it squawks.
Boys, there's children trapped inside, according to this
Yeah, we
raven.
knew that.
Well, this is official. It's coming from this bird. Okay.
Well, let's go save them.
Yes.
All
We
right.
shall.
We'll pick it up there next time. Good game tonight, guys.
Saving the children.
Yeah.